We've got Facebook, we've got YouTube. I know we're on Facebook and YouTube today. I'm still apparently getting my stuff set up to be on Twitch. We will get there eventually, alrighty? That'll be after this. I thought it was it, but it wasn't, but that's fine. So come on in. If you're here, we just had 70-something people available with us here on the TikTok, okay? We just had 70-something people here, and I would love to get everybody back in here, so come on in, get on in here with me, especially if you are on Facebook or YouTube, but right now we are on TikTok. So if you are just joining me on any of my platforms, make sure that you are double tapping the screen. Once we get to 50,000 taps on TikTok, we are going to do free mediumship readings, which is always like the best part of the day, is the freebies. We can't deny that. We can't deny that the freebies are like the best part. I could take that off and bonk it as many times as I want, and you guys would not even know. You wouldn't even know. So come on in. Hi, Hi, Katie. How are you? Hey, Devin. Devin, you are always here, and honestly, I kind of love it, not gonna lie. Okay, let me go ahead and edit a couple things here so not everybody is confused. But good morning, especially on Facebook. If you're here, let me know. Make sure you are double tapping and reacting to the live. Make sure that you are following the page, but get in here. If you guys are here, when we get to 50,000 taps on TikTok, we are going to do free mediumship. So if you're just jumping in, you have not missed anything. You haven't missed anything. Don't go anywhere. In fact, you're probably looking for me, and here I am right now. So please make sure, if you would like to get us to 50,000 taps even sooner, make sure you share this video out. I'll also do shout outs for shares because I appreciate you guys. Apparently I need like a little something underneath my camera because it's a little wiggly today. My son is using the lanyard you gave me for school. Aw, I love that. His teachers are going to be like, who is that? I love that. How old is your little guy? That is so cute. I'm actually at the office today, as you could probably see, Amber. So if you guys are here, hi Christina, where are he? 6? I love this so much. Just sporting Cato. Heck yeah. Hi Randy J. Hopkins. Should I keep talking to the new guy even with our history? Well, we are jumping right into a beautiful channeling space. So whether you are here on Facebook, hi Devin, hi Maria, hi Jessica, or you are here on TikTok, hi Crystal, thank you so much for being here. Jordan, how are you? Hey, hey, right back to you. Megan, I am so excited that you're here. She said Cato is fantastic. I look for you every day. Well, that makes me feel bad for not being here every single day, but I still love that you guys are here and you guys are participating. Allison, I'm so glad I'm your favorite. If you guys are here, especially on TikTok, you guys know you run the day. So if you guys want some free mediumship readings, this is a good time to jump in and double tap the screen because we got to get to 50,000 taps. So anybody on TikTok, please feel free to join me. 50,000 taps on the screen, and anybody who is on TikTok right now who wants to follow me on Facebook or YouTube, I believe those are the only other 2 platforms we were able to launch on today. I am streaming live on both of those platforms right now, so you can make sure that you are finding me on every platform. I also have Twitch and Instagram, which I am getting to know every day and getting more on. You can find all of my links on my website, catothemedium.com. But come on in. Hello, Renee here on TikTok. So if you guys are here, I am going to be doing free readings today, and then in roughly an hour-ish, I'll open it up to some guaranteed readings. So if you guys are seeing me right now and that live button is here on whatever platform you are watching, I am here. I absolutely would love to do some free readings for you guys today, and I love to, so mote it be, do readings for people that follow me. Even reaching up and hitting that follow button is such a big support to me. It's so great because it makes it look like a great business card when I have almost 107. We are at 106.9 on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, but 107,000 followers on TikTok, and you guys on Facebook with that blue check mark, 20 1,000 followers. That is amazing. So keep it up. Hi Renee, hi Kim. If you guys are here, hey, thanks Mimi 1968. If you guys are here, I appreciate you being here. Where are you guys today? Where are you guys? Kato's my fave. Thank you, Trisha. Hey Crystal, hey Claire. Crystal, are you on TikTok and Facebook? And is anybody on YouTube today, or are we crickets on YouTube so far, which is totally fine. I'm just checking. Hi Kay, good afternoon to you as well. Stephanie's here from Mississippi. Hi Tracy York. Hey Bailey, how are you? You're Phoenix, Arizona. And then we have Quebec, Canada. Hopefully I said that right. I like your neck fan. Where did you get it? I got this off Amazon, and my wonderful boyfriend got it for me. So I know it might be kind of lame, but it has like 7 different settings, and it's so nice. And Tennessee is just kind of like still right now. There's not a lot of wind, so I definitely have to say 100%. I do love it. I love it. I love it. Good. Anything for me today? Well, here we are, you guys. If you're here, please support what I do by sharing out this video. It's a great time to share this video. Hi Mandy, I'm also in Tennessee. I'm in Clarksville, and I'll be taking private reading clients hopefully by mid next month. That'll be available for sign up. So if you ever want to come see me here in Clarksville, I am definitely here for it. Okay, what was I saying? So if you guys want to support what I do, take the time to hit that share button. Thank you Renee on TikTok for hitting the share button. Caitlin on TikTok shared this. No followed me. That sounds fantastic. Happy to have you here. Crystal, thank you so much for sharing. Sarah Beth shared. You guys are amazing. Bubba needs one of those. I think this one was like $26, so I can't say that under $30 and holds a 16-hour charge with 7 settings would be a waste of money at all. Nope. It's one of those things where you spend like 25, 30 bucks on yourself, and it's like this huge payoff. But listen, I am not like, this is not in my shop or anything. Like, just go buy one if you want one. I don't have an affiliate code, and nobody pays me to do anything. I'm here all the time. Okay. If we struggle to access our attic space, would a loved one still come through? Yes, as long as you're trying, acknowledging, and your intention is there. That is absolutely all you have to do. They do their part as well. So yes, had that in Texas. Love it. Me too. Okay, so here we go, everybody. All the next readings that we're about to do are absolutely free. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. I know we've only been here for about 7 minutes, but I am so excited. So if you guys are here, I would love to have you. I see a lot of people on Facebook and TikTok saying, hey, anything for me? Do you have anything for me today? Well, let's go ahead and see if we do have anything for you, because when I am live streaming here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you guys are getting absolutely free readings. Pretty cool. And you guys are seeing me in my office today. So another thing about that is that I'm going to be able to record all of your guys' readings today, and I'll be able to get them uploaded on YouTube first thing next week. So even if you get a free reading today, or even if you sign up for a guaranteed reading that will probably happen around 1 o'clock, okay? If you got to get in because you got to go to work, let me know. But I would like to start that around 12:45, 1 o'clock, if anybody wants to go to my website, katothemedium.com. And, okay, cool. We aren't going to have that show up today. You know, it's just really par for the course. katothemedium.com, and then all you would have to do is, hold on, cancel website source, and of course it probably won't work, but that's okay. Streamlabs desktop, that's me. Oh, you guys can see everything I'm doing here. That's fantastic. Just kidding then. Boop. I thought I was about to do something cool. Oh, Kato, you really thought you did something there, didn't you? Absolutely did. Absolutely did. Okay, I'll just go ahead and remove that midstream. That's fine. So, listen up, you guys. Oh, geez, I didn't realize so many people jumped onto TikTok with me. All right, welcome, guys. Yes, we're jumping into free readings. You guys caught me red-handed. Free readings today, okay? If you guys want to go to my website, link in bio, no matter what platform you are on today. I will stay continuous with this live. live probably for a few hours. So if you're seeing me on my Facebook, which we have like 20 people here on Facebook in the middle of the day, which is, well, I mean 30 something, and we have over 100 people here on TikTok. Hopefully we have a couple people on YouTube. I haven't seen anybody on YouTube yet, but if you're here on YouTube, make sure you make some noise in the comment section so I can give you the acknowledgement you deserve. And if you want a guaranteed session, link in bio, katothemedium.com, hit book now, and then scroll down and fill out the form to join my live stream, okay? But here we go. Is that pop-up in? Oh, the pop-up, are you talking about for my screen? Yeah, if you saw me messing around on Facebook, then yeah, you would have seen it. But hi, Ash, how are you? Okay, here we go. Now, my name is Kato the Medium. Are you doing the reading strictly from TikTok? No, Miranda, I'm on all platforms today. I am definitely going, a lot of people are on multiple platforms, and I'm opening this up to whoever comes through, whoever wants to join me, and everything's free. Corgi butt, corgi butt, corgi butt, corgi butt. But what we are going to do is make sure we stick to it on TikTok. We're going to get to 50,000 taps before we start the absolutely free mediumship reading. So I think that if everybody gets onto TikTok or joins me on Facebook or joins me on YouTube, okay, I think that we are going to have a great time regardless. I've noticed that I have to make like direct eye contact with my webcam in order for it to like refocus. But anyways, now listen, TikTok. Huge emergency today. We're at 106.9 thousand followers. Do you know how winning and weird it feels at the same time to be at 106.9? So if all of you guys could reach up and hit the follow button, we could cross that threshold to 107,000 followers today on TikTok. So please, if you are here today, please be that person that helps me get over the hump of 106 by double tapping, and let's go get to 107,000 followers. Whoop. Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. And Kimmy from Facebook, I appreciate you too. So whatever platform you want to be on today, still nobody on YouTube, but that's fine. You don't want to hang out with me. Paigey Lee! Just kidding. Paige Lee is here on YouTube. She's the only person on YouTube. She gets the platform to herself. Fantastic. Anyways, so here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to introduce myself while you guys double tap the screen. Make sure you're sharing. I'm going to introduce myself, and then we're going to go into free mediumship readings, okay? And so what is mediumship? Mediumship is the ability to communicate with the other side. And you guys, my name is Kato the Medium. You can call me Kato. And I have the ability to communicate with your loved ones who have crossed over and are no longer here in the physical world, okay? So I can still connect with, to put it in essence, the personality that drove that physical vessel, like we all do, right? So I can still connect with their energy even if they're not here. And I love to show you guys I can do this by apparently being the bravest little gal in the world, and live streaming it all over the internet. There's nothing to hide here, okay? And not only do I live stream this on the internet like you're seeing right now, ooh, it's 12:12 Central, by the way, if anyone needed that, and not only do I live stream this, I am available absolutely free all around the world, live streamed, okay? Pretty cool. And another perk we're getting today, no matter what platform you're on, whether you're on my YouTube, my Facebook, my TikTok today, seeing this. I tried Instagram and Twitch. I need a couple more settings, but then you'll be able to follow me there soon, I promise. Anyways, hi Dana, how are you? So, Kato the Medium, I live stream totally for free Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you're following me on whatever platform you're seeing me on right now. Huge deal, couldn't be a bigger deal. Make sure you are hitting the follow button. Also, if you are here on TikTok, please make sure you're hitting the follow button, because I'm almost to 107,000 followers. 8 years on the internet, and it's a slow go, but it's such a beautiful build. And if you are here on Facebook, or if you are new to my Facebook page, which is where I started as a medium, we have a blue check mark on my Kato the Medium page and 20,000 followers. No matter what platform you're on, or whatever platform you want to get to right now, you can just go to the link in my bio, my main website, katothemedium.com, and you can tap on any social media icon, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Plus my Amazon for my merch, if you guys would like. You can find all of that directly on my website at any time. So make sure you're following all of those platforms, nowhere else, because there's a lot of spam pages, okay? So I appreciate that. It comes in waves. I would love to start doing mediumship readings for you guys, because I'm happy on all platforms to announce that TikTok has come through as the ringleaders of the day, and they have gotten us to 52,000 likes, and that is beautiful. So thank you for all those taps. Thank you for all the extra followers that we've gotten so far today, and I cannot wait to start mediumship with you for the next 30 minutes. We are going to do mediumship back to back, absolutely free. When you get your mediumship reading today, I will record them individually on my end, okay? And then you will find that available for yourself mid next week, okay? You'll find your readings available on YouTube mid next week if you get a reading today. Again, they're totally free. If you love what we're doing today, which is going to be 5 to 10 minute readings with your loved ones, you can jump on and guarantee yourself a reading later here in the live. 30 minutes, 45 minutes from now, 12:45 or 1 Central Time is when we're going to start. Unless you need yours done right away, that's when we're going to start those. If you would like to join that lineup, you would be the first. There's nobody there yet. One person did send in, but I did not text them. I'll get to them. Anywho, just remember that. Sorry, I got ADHD, everybody. Anywho, so if you'd like to join that lineup and get a guaranteed session today, you just go to CatoTheMedium.com, and then you're going to see a light purple Book Now button, and then scroll down and join my live stream. A 5 to 10 minute mediumship is super awesome and is exactly what we're going to give you guys for absolutely free. Oh, thanks, Amanda. I appreciate you saying that. I keep seeing shadows in my peripheral visions. Is it my imagination or is it spirit? It is the side effect of having a psychic intuitive ability called being clairvoyant, which affects you visually. So it's not your, because when your eyeballs clock in and go to find whatever it was, of course it's not there because it was never in the physical world. So is it spirit? Yes, but it's more spirit realm than a direct spirit around you. So it's just your ability to see, and that's the side effect of it. So totally normal if you're intuitive, which you are. So that's kind of awesome. All right, here we go, everybody. So of course all of our readings will be done on parchment paper today. If you are watching me on Facebook or YouTube or wherever else I'm on today, you will also see this view, and you can also see the desk in my view as well. So it's a lot of fun and definitely very interactive. Can't wait to get you guys on. Thank you, each and every one of you guys, for participating in my freebies and wanting to be a part of it. Here we go. People say, Cato, how do we get readings from you? Well, here is how we do that. All we do is we tap into our imagination a little bit, and we follow the next few steps. So we're going to slow down the comment section no matter what platform you are on. Thank you, everybody, for being so patient with me. I'm super excited to see whose loved one steps forward strongest today. Okay, good luck to all of you. Now, if you are here, all we have to do is follow the next few steps, and if you need anything else to do with those fingers, you just really got to type when it's not time to type. Just make sure that you are reacting to this live, double tapping, hitting that share button. That is absolutely awesome. It doesn't filter comment. Oh, that's awesome, October Soul. And I see you there with a little red icon right by your little YouTube platform. So yeah, whatever platforms you guys want to watch from right now. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. This is a great time to find all of the platforms I'm on. Nancy Lee, thank you for sharing. Okay, here we go. Now, what I want you to do, the very first thing, of course, here comes the yawns. I want you to take a nice, big, deep breath. If you want a guaranteed reading, you can sign up on my website. Otherwise, to get on this list, we just slow down the comment section, and we're going to bring people on right now for total freebies. It's going to ramp us up to our guaranteed if anybody wants to get on for a guaranteed in a little bit, okay? So we're just starting up the juju, and how we do that is we take a nice, big, deep breath, And then, can't wait to hope you see what I'm feeling. Okay, beautiful. Here we go. So now we take that nice big deep breath and we pop our heads up into the attic space of our imagination, okay? We pop our head up into the attic space of our imagination and we take a look around, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine up here a nice high vibrational attic space with no dark corners, no cobwebs, okay? No dustiness. It's all lit up and fresh and crisp and clean. In fact, this space is all lit up in a very high vibrational color, like white or like yellow. That's a very high vibrational color. Beautiful. So now, I see you over there crossing your fingers, everybody. And so now what I want you to do is, you didn't see it yet, but there's actually a door right back there off to the left, okay? Now you can allow this door to be any size, shape, color that naturally comes to mind. Big door, little door, round door, square door, blue door, green door, etc. Harlow, thank you so much for tagging somebody in here. If you're not typing, if you are typing, you aren't listening to instructions. Yes, slow comments and double tap if you need to get your wiggles out. Okay, so yep, no personal info in the chats needed. You guys are doing great. Hi, Jay. Okay, so here we go. We're up here in our attic space and it's high vibrational. There's a door right here off to the left. If you need something to do, please share. I will definitely always interrupt to thank you guys for sure. If you need something to do, double tap and share. I know this is a very exciting part and I know everybody wants those freebies, but channel your energy, hone it in, pour it into the live stream. That's what you got to do. Join me in the live stream, okay? I can't see you. I'm up here. You got to join me up here. All right, so next I want you to do, thank you, Beauty. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, thank you. You're making your door funky today? Paint it. Paint it a new color. Freshen up that door. Not the door, same door as yesterday. Change it up. It's your damn door. I love it. I love this. Okay, so now, up here in the attic space of your imagination, I want you to imagine your loved one across the way, okay? Imagine your loved one across the way. And now what I want you to do is imagine them happy, healthy, high vibrational, no matter how they ended up passing, okay? And now what I want you to do is, we're going to bring them into our attic space here. And how we do that is we reach back to that door and we hold onto the handle and we open up that door. Tiffany's already feeling emotional. Here we go, right? Hello, Indiana. How are you? Make sure that you share. I know you guys like TikTok better. I can see, I mean, not TikTok, YouTube, excuse me. We open that door, sorry, all the thoughts just flew in as soon as my door opened, whoosh, okay? Anyways, so we reach back there and we open that door right back there off to our left. And now what I want you to do is, I want you to imagine your loved one stepping through the threshold of that doorway into the attic space of your imagination, okay? Into the attic space of your imagination. Happy, healthy, high vibrational, no matter how they ended up passing. And I want you to reach back and I want you to close that door right back there off to your left. Here it click, so mote it be. It's clicked, it's closed, it's done. Beautiful. And so, no, you're totally fine. Thank you. And so, yes, you're on the right live, Casey. I totally see you down there. Yes, you are. You are. We are live streaming right now. We're about 20 minutes in and we're getting to our mediumship readings. That's pretty typical. Okay, so here we go. Now, up in our attic space of our imagination, we see our loved ones across the way, right? Did I skip that step? Nope, I just did it earlier. Okay, perfect. All right, anyways, so now we've let our loved one into our attic space of our imagination. And so when we're up here in our attic space, we see our loved one across the way, picturing them happy, healthy, high vibrational. Hi, Ariel. Thank you, Bobby and Harlow, for sharing. I appreciate it. And I want you to imagine them walking across the attic space of your imagination and standing next to you, facing forward, okay? Excuse me. And now what I want you to do is, I want you to hook arms with your loved one, okay? This connects your energy to theirs. I want you to hook arms with your loved one who is no longer here in the physical world. And now I need you to tap on my door here. If you're on TikTok, you know the drill. Double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap. No matter what other platform you are on, please make sure you are reacting and sending another reaction, unreact, re-react to the live. Send hearts, double tap. Okay, this just connects your energy to mine. Beautiful, okay? Friendly reminder, my brain just told me that the electronics were going to go wonky donkey, so it's going to be real important that each and every one of you hits that follow button so nobody gets launched off today. We don't want the launchy, all right? I'm slamming that door. Wake up! Okay, I can see it. I was there visually. I witnessed it. Okay, beautiful. Here we go, everybody. So now, after you're done tapping and connecting your energy to mine, this is where we choose. I need you to put the first name of your loved one in the comment section. Ah, dang, this tastes so good. I love coffee so much. It's like a cozy little hug every day. Cozy little hug for my guts. What platform are we pulling from for the first reading? We literally don't know. But no matter what platform we pull from, I'm going to record it and you'll be able to see it again on YouTube, okay? So don't forget to be following me on YouTube too, because no matter what platform we are on for this reading, no matter who I choose, we are definitely going to be posting it to YouTube. I think we're probably going to do our guaranteed at 1 o'clock. I think that's a good time to start our guaranteed. So anyone who has already sent in, you'll be at 1 o'clock today, okay? And just remember that the ones we're doing right now are absolutely free, but I've got plenty of parchments. If anybody wants to get in today, it's going to be a quick, it'll go by quickly because it's going to be intense, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, make sure you're commenting first names of your loved one. Okay, you guys can't see. I had a different pen. Okay, should I pick more than one person right off the bat? What is the date today? 8/14/25. I think I should pick one or two. I've picked one. I should probably write which platform they came from. Okay, I've got one person. Should I pick two? Is that what you're thinking? Is that what we're all thinking? I also want YouTube to weigh in on this. YouTube, do you think we should pick one? Do you think we should pick two? What are you thinking today? What are you thinking today? Okay, a lot of people are saying two. Saying want two. Okay, all right, okay, dang, I hear you. Hold on. Two. Okay, so you're not going to be able to watch me draw your card. That's going to be the only difference between our guaranteed and our freebies, okay? Because in order to not forget and in order to draw, in order to be able to pick another person, I have to write down everything I get just in case I like forget or it doesn't come back to my brain. Does that make sense? So if you guys get free readings, you guys just won't be able to see me write my initial facts, okay? But thank you everybody for joining. We are shuffling again, you guys. If you are here, we have picked one person. So here's what you need to remember. Okay, we're doing freebies for the next 30 minutes. So if you want to be guaranteed, you got to sign up now before the lines full. You got to sign up at katothemedium.com. Okay, you just hit the purple book now button, scroll down, and hit join my live stream and join for mediumship, okay? Because that's what we're doing. But I've got a freebie here, no matter what platform you are on, because I'm not telling either of you, none of you, neither one of you guys get to know, none of you, okay? No matter what platform you're on, I could call your name. If you are not here, I keep the card, but we skip the reading, okay? We keep the card, but we skip the reading. We try so hard to tag you back in here, so if you're here and you're trying to get a reading right now, don't think it's not you. Hit the follow button. Hit the follow button on TikTok. Hit the follow button on Facebook. Hit the follow button on YouTube. Don't care where you are right now. You need to hit the follow button. If for any reason it glitches off, I am here on 3 different platforms. Come and find me, okay? Come and get me. Come back to me, okay, Darky? So, come and get me. Make sure you hit the follow button. First person has been chosen, okay? Let's go ahead and choose our second person, which is going to make it even more vital if you're trying to get a reading right now that you don't go anywhere no matter what reading you are, okay? So now what we're going to do is we should have our loved one in our mind still, okay? Take a nice big deep breath. I'm going to reach over, I'm going to close my door, I'm in my attic space, okay? The space is clear. You guys have your loved ones, okay? You guys have your loved ones you're trying to communicate with. You have your arms hooked. You're so excited to talk to Kato, right? And I'm in my attic space, which kind of looks like an office. It's super cute, kind of like my office, not going to lie. And my space is clear, and what I want you to do is I want you to tap, tap, tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap the screen, okay? Knock on that door. And then try to think of like what color my door looks like from the other side. Honestly, I'd kind of love to know when you guys are tapping, what color. When you guys are tapping, what color do you imagine? I'd love to know. Anyways, so tap, 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 okay? And then what I need to do is I need to see you. I need to see their name. I need to open my door. Who am I looking for? Okay. And so all I need from you, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool concept. All I need from you is the first name. All I ask, all I ask is that you put the first name of your loved ones, and I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, you don't need last names. You don't need descriptive information describing details. I'm going into the other realm to choose one of them for you. So please make sure that you are putting the first name of your loved ones in the comment section. Okay? First name of your loved ones. This reading I'm choosing is absolutely free. Shout out to 50 people on Facebook. Shout out to over 200 people on TikTok. And shout out to like the 2 or 3 people we have on YouTube today. It's all you. It's all you, okay? First name of your loved one, comment section, any platform, and you better stick around to hear them all, that's for sure. I want someone different than the first one. I would like 2 totally different spirits. They can resonate all they want, but I want just somebody like just opposite, you know? And I like to like tell them what I want too. I'm like, shuffle it up, spirit. Shuffle it a little bit. Okay. I see some of you guys are on Facebook and TikTok. Spicy. Dang, why do I feel like it's going to be so similar? Okay. And if we have time, we'll definitely do another freebie, so don't go anywhere. We're doing freebies till 1 o'clock, and if you want a guaranteed, let's say you're going to be absolutely devastated. If you don't get connection with your loved one today, if you want guaranteed, you can sign up. Those start at 1 o'clock, and I'll be here for a couple of hours. If you guys extend the live by signing up, we'll do that. And thank you to 50 people on Facebook, over 200 people on TikTok. Oh my goodness, this one's going to be a trigger warning. Which one do you guys want to hear first? You guys want to just hear the out of control one or the trigger warning one? I mean, do I let you guys choose? Do we just number them 1 and 2? What do we do here? Oh my gosh, okay. I draw some ugly signs, okay? What do we decide? Y'all want to be emotionally traumatized first or second? What was the deal? Okay. Love triggers help me get better with my mental health. Right. Right. Either way, y'all are traumatized. Should we do the first one first? You want to... Someone's like, emotionally traumatize me first. Okay. The out of control one will kind of be funny when we get into it, but at least I feel like this one definitely is different because... All right. I'm ready. Y'all ready? Okay. I will tell you that we may or may not have multiple platforms going on here. Did we decide if we're going to be, y'all want to be emotional traumatized first? Everybody wants to be emotionally traumatized first. Wow, that's kind of sad. I'm going to emotionally traumatize. You know what? If I switched them up, would you even know if I could have, you know what, maybe I could emotionally traumatize everybody so hard, nobody would even realize if it was the first one or second one. So that's what I'm going to do. So now you guys have you can traumatize me all day. Ducky, challenge accepted. I know someone's like, I know, right? Like if I traumatize you on both of them, then I can have you guys guess which one was supposed to be the traumatizing one. I like that one, all right? I'm going to go with this one. Okay, cool. So if you're here, whether you were trying to be the very first reading or whether you were trying to be the second reading, I am drawing them right now, okay? I do have if you guys are here, what I want you to do, I'm about to do our first reading. It's already decided, already written in pen. Don't go anywhere, whether you're the first reading or the second reading, as long as you are following, we can do our best to get you back in here if you keep scrolling. So if you are finding me here right now, we're going to slow down the comment section. I have chosen 2 people for mediumship readings, okay? These readings are absolutely free because you know how I do. If you like my style, you can get a guaranteed one, no problem, on my website, link in bio. Okie dokie. So no matter what platform you're on, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, I appreciate you being here. 250 on TikTok, over 50 on Facebook, which is incredible. Corgi butt, corgi butt, corgi butt, corgi butt. You think I wasn't gonna do it? Did you think I wasn't gonna do it? Okay. Got your ass. Okay. Also, thank you for the corgi butt. Now, here we go. I'm gonna call somebody. So everyone, slow down the comment section. Please make sure. Okay. Imagine missing a free reading from Cato. Talk about traumatizing, right? Right. So don't go anywhere. That would be so traumatizing. Okay. Purple door, by the way. Yeah, it was a little purpley today. It was definitely a dark color for sure. Okay. Love you. Here we go. Now, slow down the comment section. First person getting a reading, not the final person, but yes, the first of 2 is going to be, drum roll please, and you'll be able to watch me do my scribbles if you are live on Facebook and on YouTube. But the first person we have is actually from TikTok, and it's going to be Kayla Brown talking to Josh. Okay, Kayla Brown talking to Josh is going to be our first person here today. I am not saying that it is the only platform we are doing, hint hint, so please make sure that you are following me, and we will even get more people lined up as we go. Sorry, I had to do a screenshot on the TikTok for 250. All right, here we go, everybody. Facebook, buckle up. You guys get a front row view, especially on YouTube as well, because you guys get to see the whole entire reading as it unfolds in front of us, which I think is absolutely awesome. So here we go. Kayla Brown on TikTok, are you here? Okay, she said she's here. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for participating in my freebies. And don't forget, there's one coming up right after this, so don't go anywhere. Let's start from the top for you, Kayla. Love it. Okay, so, and like I said, if you want to see this front and center, go to YouTube or Facebook. You can find me there, and you can watch that up close also with a view of myself in it too. So it's pretty cool. Thank you, Caitlin. All right, here we go. So Josh tells me a few things about himself. First, he wants you to know that when he got to the other side, okay, it's always TikTok first. I actually almost chose the other one first. So don't say always, because I think that's changing. Plus, we're going to be on Twitch and YouTube. lots of things are happening. Okay, he says, Kayla, excuse me, as soon as he gets to the other side, he was greeted by a female. He tells me that after transitioning, he had a female with him on the other side, so he's not alone. He's totally okay. He is transitioned. So let's talk about how he passed. So we get Josh on the line. He tells me he has darker hair. And then again, he's affecting my breathing. He tells me he passed before his time, suddenly, unexpectedly. It's a situation that essentially gets out of control. He tumbles forward, gets out of control, and he goes, whoa, hold on. He goes, Kato, just like, wham! And I'm like, oh, and then I try to breathe, and then I kind of realize something's going wrong, he makes me feel like. So suddenly, unexpectedly, literally, I'm asking him what this sunshine is. I'm saying, did you not see that it was coming? He says he takes responsibility for the situation. We didn't expect it to result in our passing. So Kayla, does this resonate with Josh? And then he tells me that you may have found out from like a phone call. Someone just gives you a call and you're like, wait, what? You find out very unexpectedly that this person is passed. I'm trying to ask him, and granted, I know we don't know how he passed. Okay. Whoa. So you find out how'd you find out he's passed then? Oh my goodness, we don't know how he passed. Is there any sort of like he said, she said that you know of, or we may be able to plug it into this? Regardless, he says he takes responsibility for the situation that he was in. I think it's a situation he's in that essentially tumbles out of control or escalates, happens right within his breathing, slam, going, gone before his time. So it almost seems like a car accident, or some sort of maybe all at once. He seems younger, so maybe OD by some chance. So you did find out via phone call? That's what my little scribbly half circle in there tells us. And then he had darker hair, and then he shows me he's a little slimmer. Who is this to you? Feels like really best friend vibes. He almost seems like mid-20s or younger, honestly. And then I don't know if you guys are both correlated with this female. Yeah, he does have dark hair. The female over there with him's a little older, so who is this to you? I want to guess like, yeah, I love how people are also guessing. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, like childhood friend, possibly brother. Okay, Kayla says brother. Okay, I love how people were taking guesses too. You guys are so intuitive. And so she says that it is her brother. Okay, and you say we don't know how he ended up passing. If there is any little, okay, because that female made me think there was a correlation. The female passes, medically, poofy hair, older, definitely grandma, has a hard time walking around, was probably at home until she absolutely couldn't be. So I think it was pretty sunshiny all the way till she couldn't be. She must have declined very quickly toward the end. She seems all right. She talks about jewelry or little this and that we have for, okay, possible medical for Josh. Okay, so unfortunately, it's kind of a little cryptic because we don't even know the way that he ends up passing. First thing he wants us to say, corgi butt, corgi butt. You guys do this to me, corgi butt, corgi butt. First thing he wants us to say is, I can see maybe we're in a situation and it goes on for a long time, and then there's a period of escalation. There's corgi butts everywhere. I have to, corgi butt, corgi butt, corgi butt, corgi butt. Stop it. You guys are grounded. Anyways, it's a TikTok thing for everybody else that's watching this on the replay. It's a TikTok thing. Just please. Okay. Okay, so he's taking responsibility for the situation, but one thing he's not showing me is that it was intentional. He didn't intentionally ignore a medical issue. issue. He didn't intentionally take his own life. He's very clear that it's sunshine until the situation escalates out of control and he gets caught up into it as well. So whether I think there was some contribution, but it wasn't like to end our own life or intentional in that direction kind of contribution. Does that make sense? Hello, Jade on Facebook. How are you? Huh. All right, Miss Kayla. Unknown medical condition. Yeah, right. So they're talking about how it could have been something underlying medical. And honestly, if this is her brother and if it is a close family thing, she may not want her business on here. And honestly, I'm sure half the people getting readings may think that who knows what to expect, and it's probably not even real. You don't expect all your business to get on there real fast, okay? And Kayla says that he was a cop. He was a police officer. Right. So we're not going to go ahead and you found him in his house. Did you find him in his house? Yeah, situation get out of control. Could have been accident, going, gone. All of a sudden his breathing and it slammed, and all of a sudden at once. So it seems like whatever it was overstimulated his body, slammed him into a heart attack. And if he's younger, that's less likely. But if he's like towards 40s, that could be a likely outcome. Found him in his house, and his work makes it so we don't need to be putting all of his information all over the internet. Okay, Kayla Brown said 41. I was like, okay, if this is in his 20s, I would say no, but if this could be like 41, 42, well, I see that prolonged, he's probably not the 100% the best with taking care of his health. It's still something he's doing to it, or let's say he needs high blood pressure medication and he still doesn't take it. So like I said, whether it's something medical that he's just not intending to properly, or bad habits he's continuous in, either way it's wearing our body down. It's unintentional that we go out at that time. It's just our body's worn down at that time. So I think that either way you spin it, the answer is pretty specific. Love it. Thank you, Kayla, for coming on with me. I appreciate you being here. And your reading will be available on YouTube as well next week. So your reading will be available. Sorry, I was hoping, but Doctor is here. Love ya. Don't forget, today's your first day of following me. I'm here all the time. You can't get rid of me, so make sure you come on back. Just keep making sure you hit that follow button. If you're watching me right now, we're about to announce our second person. Hit the follow button. So, with that being said, Kayla, you can take a screenshot on your YouTube video. You'll be able to see this forever. But if you want to order this within the next couple of weeks, you absolutely can get this ordered on my website, katothemedium.com. All right, so hi, Brittany. Now, I want to let everybody know that in about 15 minutes, we have the ability, and we will be extending the live stream to do more mediumship readings. Thank you, each and every one of you. I have another free reading to announce to you guys, so thank you every single person for still being here. Still 50 people on the Facebook, and still really close to 150, 200 here on TikTok. So we are going to continue this with our second freebie of the day. And then, thank you everybody for joining my freebies and being a part of it and being here. No matter what platform you are on, I am going to remain here for probably another hour or two. If you guys would like to extend the live and guarantee yourself a reading just like you're seeing, that one, I think recorded was like 7 or 8 minutes start to finish. So I don't start recording till we really get in there. But anywho, 5 to 10 minutes with your loved one, recorded and placed onto YouTube by mid next week, okay? So if you would like to get a reading done by me as of 1 o'clock, first person in line is Renee. Actually, it's Perry. Perry wants a card pull. You can do card pulls, you can do mediumship. And then we have Perry for a card pull and Renee for a mediumship, and that's how it starts in 15 minutes. So if you want to be right after Renee, first we have this person, but if you want to be after Renee for a guaranteed session, the live stream will go on for guaranteed reading. So if you would like a guaranteed mediumship or a guaranteed card reading, you can choose the one you would like right at catothemedium.com. That link is in my bio. So you go to catothemedium.com. Anyone that signs up before 1 o'clock is guaranteed to get a reading today. I will stay on and be present for you. You can go to catothemedium.com. You can hit the light blue, or I'm just picking colors. You can go ahead and go to catothemedium.com. Link is here in my bio. Okay, find my page, find my bio. Go to catothemedium.com. It is the light purple, it's the light purple book now button, and then you scroll down and you can join my live stream. You choose whatever option you want. I am very here and available for mediumship readings. They are 5 to 10 minutes recorded, and then that is going to be up on YouTube. If I stop the recording, say more. If I say a bunch before I start the recording, once I start the recording, the timer actually starts, okay? So 5 to 10 minutes guaranteed with the person you want to communicate with. If you go to catothemedium.com, book now, scroll down, join my live stream. All right. I picked your door color. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. Caitlin's on all 3 platforms. She ain't missing this one. All right, here we go. Hope you guys loved. Yeah, the purple was my door color. It almost always is purple, to be honest with you. Or or it's sometimes a navy blue. But that's never a good sign for me. That means I'm going to transform more. And transformation is uncomfortable. But I like the results, you know? So, catch 22. They're all tricking us. Anyways, so you felt purple for me? Love it. Okay, here we go. If you're here, make sure you are hitting the follow button. I'm about to announce who this is. I will show it to you. First people that get to see it, yep, you're totally right, Sassafras. First people that gets to see it is going to be Facebook, but make sure you are hitting the follow button. Last call, okay? And listen, if you all hit follow on TikTok right now, if you all hit the follow button, if everybody just makes sure they're hitting the follow button, we could roll over to 107,000 followers here on TikTok right now. Hannah Rose, thank you so much for sharing the live. So if you guys would, please make sure you're finding me on my TikTok. Make sure you are hitting the follow button, and then you can run over to my Facebook. I've got a blue check mark, and you can hit the follow button on there as well. So make sure you are. It is at 107. I'm so close. Did I really get 107? Oh, yes. We just rode over today. You saw it here first. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm on my way to 111. I'd love to accomplish that by the end of the year. That's my goal, is 111 by the end of the year. So any amount of follows on TikTok would be great. Of course, Facebook also great. Okay, here we go. Second free reading of the day. Go ahead and join catothemedium.com to be a part of the guaranteed queue while it lasts, while it's open. I'll only be taking a few today, but if you get in the next 10 minutes, I will guarantee you a slot. The free reading today, thank you each and every one of you guys for attempting to get the free reading. Hopefully you are still here. I am looking for Lacey Hall talking to Tyler. First person, this is going to be Lacey Hall talking to Tyler right off the bat. Do we have that person? And I believe you just never know. You just never know if someone's here, but I believe that they're on Facebook. They're on Facebook today. And anybody else, no matter what platform you're on, you're going to be watching mediumship readings because you can sign up for the 5 to 10 minutes, and it doesn't matter what platform you're on. Everybody gets to watch the readings, so it's pretty great. So Lacey Hall says, "Stop it right now." And you know what Lacey Hall just put in the chat a little bit ago? She put light purple was my door. Is that a sign? And so yeah, it is a sign actually. But what was I gonna say? So it's Lacey Hall on Facebook. So you guys won't be able to see the comments, but I will definitely be reading them out loud. You guys are more than welcome to jump over to Facebook if you want to see it in real time. But regardless, we are going to do TikTok and Facebook. More mediumship for the next couple of hours. Go ahead and get your guaranteed slot. If you didn't get a slot today for the freebies, but you just have to have a guaranteed, if you sign up within the next 15-20 minutes here, I will stay on this live stream and I will do your live today. There's limited spots available, but you can go to katothemedium.com and you can hit book now, that purple button, scroll down and join my live stream. But here we go. We're going into the next reading, which will not be our last reading for the day. It will just not be our last. It's fantastic. Okay, Lacey's already crying. That's fantastic. Great. So I'm going to assume, can I ask you, Lacey? I usually don't start with a lot of questions, but is this your kid? Is this your kid? It just has kid vibes. Just the message that he said, just the message that he delivered and wrote down. I don't even want to zoom into it yet until I know like their relationship. But you have this like, this has to be someone just like you two are Velcro and he was ripped from you. So if it's not your kid, it's your soulmate, it's your brother. You just lived your entire second of your life. You couldn't live without him. So I would love to know. Hey, thank you, Lisa, for following me both on Facebook and TikTok and letting me know. I appreciate that a whole lot. Okay, so Lacey Hall said brother, but basically that's how I see him. Oh my goodness. I'm like, I even said that, Lacey. I'm like, you just feel like Velcro and it's ripped apart. Otherwise, it's definitely your kid, and I love that because, you know, you probably helped raise him. Okay. So here's what he says, Lacey, and I don't doubt you're already crying, and you know what? He knew you would. I said, do we want to emotionally ruin people right off the bat? Or it's okay, Julie, I'm here anyways. I was like, do we want to emotionally ruin people first or second? I did choose second, and here is a good reason why. So he shows me the teardrops. So one thing he's saying is, first of all, he's doing a lot of this to you, talking with his hands, calming you down. It's okay. I can promise you, because this is the things that he said. So this is exactly how he knew you would react to getting a reading with him. He goes, do not blame yourself. You see this? Don't blame yourself. You didn't get a chance to say goodbye. It was a very emotional thing because it happened so quickly. It was going, gone. He goes, no, I never meant to leave this world. He talks about being water through your fingers. I can't draw, but there it is. He talks about being water through your fingers. You not getting a chance to say goodbye the way you would like. It happened so suddenly. He goes, don't blame yourself. I'm sorry, and I never meant for this to result in my death. Now he's showing me like real cycle. He's showing me a sign symbol of like being caught in a dryer, you know, and just going around and around and around and around and being babysat well, but having what's the word? Oh, and he also says we have his hat, or we have a shrine made for him. You have his clothes. You have like a pile of his things, or we have a hat in honor of his memory as well. Have a great day, Kayla. Don't blame yourself. She said, I needed that so much. That's what she said in the comment section. I doubt I can still get it up. I even just got it up for a quick second. She said, don't blame yourself. I really needed that so much. And that is a huge thing. He wrote all the way across the center of your card here. Don't blame yourself. How did he end up passing? I know that was a very overwhelming reading, a lot of emotions. I knew it was going to be emotional. You already started emotional. And so how did he end up passing? So curious. Would love to put it to the blueprint of what I already saw. Excuse me. All over the place always. Hi Taylor, good afternoon to you as well. Just remember, there's still time to join the guaranteed queue within the next about 10 minutes here. I will guarantee that you'll get a spot today if you send in katothemedium.com, hit book now. Aw, Amber's giving you love. Also, Lacey, you also have a female on the other side said she's your primary guardian angel and she's visiting you in dreams. It is this brother that you have that you're seeing out of the corners of your eyes, coincidences, things falling randomly in your environment. Lacey said it was an overdose. A lot of the family wondered if he did it on purpose, but I knew that he didn't. And he says no, that he never meant for it to be an on purpose thing, and he apologizes, and he talks about how it's a cycle and he's been doing it for quite a while, and it's something that catches up to him, something he can't get out of, like he's trapped in the dryer, okay? And then water through your fingertips, especially if you had a hand in raising him or growing up right beside him your entire life. He probably feels like a child to you. You have a deeper connection than you may even with one of your parents, so it's incredible. He says you didn't get a chance to say goodbye, he says, but it's not goodbye. He goes, Cato, the way I'm tickling you and you're itching, nothing. He goes, that's what I do to her. I touch her randomly, and then, oh, but nothing's there. So that's physical mediumship and another way that he's communicating with you. But your intuition is correct, Miss Lacey. He may have overdosed, but I don't think he did it intentionally. I think it was a cycle catching up to him, and you did nothing but parent him in the right direction. So don't blame yourself. Boom. You guys saw that start to finish recorded. It was over 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes of time. So just know that I don't really start recording until we really get to channeling, because that's not fair, right? So if you would like to guarantee yourself a slot, you will be guaranteed to get a reading. I should probably be able to get everybody done who's in the lineup right now. I tried so hard to channel it. Thank you, Cato. You seriously have no idea the peace you have given me. That is so sweet. I am seriously here for you, and honestly, I try to tell everybody, the strongest magic wins. So if you are here, if you are putting all of your energy and heart and intention into it, and you're asking them to come through, it really does increase your chances of getting these freebies. It's so awesome. Miss Gotti, you are so thank you, you're so sweet. She said I'm so pretty. That's so sweet. You're so sweet. Anyways, so making me blush. I can't accept a compliment. We gotta keep going. So if you're here, last call for you guys to be able to get into the queue today. First person would like a card pull, goes by the name Perry. Perry, are you still here for your card pull, my dear? And then we have some mediumship and some cards all intermingled. I probably should have warned everybody that if you sign up for a card reading, which is the $22 or the $33 option, okay, if you sign up for a card reading, we are doing the Threads of Fate tarot card deck, okay? You are so sweet. This is the Threads of Fate tarot card deck, okay? So this just tells really how it is. Messages from this deck are not always what you want to hear. They are what you need to hear every time, so just take it in, okay? So yes, if you would like to join the guaranteed queue, okay, if you would like to join the guaranteed queue, you absolutely can. You can go to katothemedium.com and you can scroll down and hit book now and join my live stream. A 5 to 10 minute I also do private sessions, so take a look. Hold on, let me really quick, window capture, add source, new source, add, boom, oopsie, done. Give me 1 second because you guys are going to be able to see everything really quick. Give me 1 second. Watch how fast I do this. 200. I think it's 222 was the sweet spot. Done. Then I take this, I pull it up on my screen, I make it really TT90, and here's my website for anybody who is on Facebook or YouTube. Right now you should be able to see that. That is my website. Isn't it so cute? So if you would like to, you can hit the link in my bio and go to katothemedium.com. For anyone who is on Facebook or YouTube, you are getting the full view of what that actually looks like. But if you would like to sign up for my queue, you absolutely can. And you can go to katothemedium.com. You can hit this purple book now button. Right over here is a purple Book Now button right by the second crystal ball. And when you get there, you can scroll down. If you would like a 1-card pull, you can send in for the Threads of Fate today. That would be 22. If you would like 3 to 5 cards, they're not recorded, but it is. I've been waiting to connect my boyfriend. He passed the year. Seizure in the middle of the night, that is wild. Don't give up because, listen, here's the options today. 1 card, 22. 3 to 5 cards, 33. Okay? And if you want a mediumship reading, that is a guaranteed 5 to 10 minute recorded session with your loved one, and they are shareable, keepable, because I upload them directly onto YouTube. So if you would like a mediumship reading, that's a pretty great thing, and it's only $55. Okay, so if that is something you want to do this week, you also check out my private readings and my private reading prices, because everything is very, very, very well priced for sure. So whether you are looking for a private reading for tomorrow maybe, or you are looking for a instant reading today, you just go to katothemedium.com. That link is in my bio. It looks like this if you are on Facebook and YouTube. It looks like that, okay? It looks like this right here. I'm going to have to get to where I can point. So it looks like this right here. So I do this. So it looks like this right here on Facebook and YouTube, okay? I know this looks weird, but this shows you exactly where it is. So it looks like this. You just scroll down to that circular light purple Book Now button, and you scroll down. You will see my private readings, and then you can join my live stream. Okay. Perry, we're going to do a card reading for you first, and then let's see who is in line today. We'll do a little bit of a roll call lineup, and we are starting right off the bat. So Perry's going to get a card. Sarah sent a tip. I appreciate that, Sarah. Renee got mediumship. Lindsay got mediumship. Blakely got mediumship, and Shelby got some cards. And that is the lineup. I should have everybody through by 1:45 minimum. Okay, so if you're chilling, that is the order we're going in. Rod Deja, thank you so much for following me. And when I get to you guys, you can tell me what platform you are on. Thank you for being here today. Oh, thank you. Thank you for telling me that. I'm happy to be here. Happy to have you all. Okay. Perry, is there something you would like me to look into for you today and give you 1 grand card that you're looking for, or would you just like me to pull the card for you and give you the reading that comes with your random card? What's the roll call again? And if anyone needs to go sooner, please let me know. But I have Perry for a card. Sarah, thank you for the tip. Renee, Lindsay, Blakely, Shelby. That is the roll call for today, and that should probably get us to 2 o'clock, and then I'll let you guys know in a couple of readings if there's availability for more. But if you get on within the next couple minutes, I'll guarantee to stay on enough for you guys to get in today. So Perry, let's see what you need today. Perry says, I'm here. Perry Mia, what would you like today? Because this is your card. I wasn't even trying to show you, plus it was upside down, but apparently it's your card because it's jumping out of nowhere. So your card is reflecting. Your card says, is that what you want? Your card says, you have a lot of years left to live. Why don't you start going in the exact direction of exactly what you want, it says. And so is what you're asking me for someone else? Are you in a relationship for someone else? Do you pick up more than all your pieces for someone else? So this is asking you to reflect, okay? But is it what you want? Does it make you happy? Do you, Kato, should I switch jobs? Does that make you feel excited? Because when there's excitement or nervousness or anxiety, that means there's change, and I think change is great for you. So I would change it up. Kato, should I say the same, or should I go whatever? I don't care if it turns you on. I don't care if it scares you. I don't care if it is a little intimidating, makes you happy, okay? I want you to go in that direction, okay? I want you to go in that direction. Bam. Did someone just say, okay, the Fate's tattooed across her thigh. I'm like, did someone just say they have Kato the Medium tattooed across their thigh? That would be wild to me. That would be wild to me, okay? Perry, thank you so much for being on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was thinking of taking care of Shelby. Shelby is here. I'm pregnant with my second. I'm scared as hell. Okay, I think everything's going to go really well for you, and I love how you reflect inside yourself, and reflecting inside yourself, there's a baby in there. I love it. Hey Shelby, you are getting a card reading today, a 3 to 5 card spread. What would you like? What direction would you like me to go in for that energy today? And I am definitely doing my card readings really quick right before my mediumship, so we can hit mediumship back to back. So I feel like this will just improve the flow of the day. Usually I take them strictly in order, but Shelby wants some cards. So Shelby, you let me know what you want me to look into for you today, and I'd be so happy to do that for you. And for anybody who would like to get into the queue, there is a tiny little bit of a line, but I only have a couple more spots left. So if you've got some patience, go ahead and sign up at katothemedium.com. Love and life, thank you so much for following me. And for anybody that is here or watches these readings, future or love or whatever that is combined. Okay, cool. Girl just wants, girl just wants some general, but like, what's going on with love, but like, don't tell me anything. Okay, got you. Okay, 3 to 5 cards, threads of fate. We are guaranteed to F you up in that amount of time. That is absolutely for sure. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get rid of my website thing on here, so we don't have to stare at it anymore. If you'd like to get on, go ahead. And if you are on Facebook or YouTube, you're gonna be able to see your cards in real time as well. Okay. So, Shelby says future or love or whatever that is combined, okay? So, one piece of advice I would want to give you, because you are going to live quite a long time and you're going to have a lot of experiences, and a lot of people are going to come into your life, and you don't have to keep them to the very end. You can have people can be parts of the chapters, okay? There are characters that come in and out and correlate different events for us. It's all a book. Hello, Grand Matina. How are you? And so, is it the one for 44? Nope, that's the phone call, but that doesn't have any availability on my website because I booked a private reading for tonight instead of phone calls. So the 44 isn't tonight. That'd be a phone call, but if you go back to book now, you scroll down, and it's a little form. It'll give you options. It'll give you a 55 option for mediumship. It'll give you a 33 option for cards, or a 22 option as well. So it would is not that one, but that one will be coming available soon. Okay, now, uninterrupted, here's Shelby's reading. Shelby, a piece of advice I would give for you is everything that's meant for you is coming your way. The only thing you have to decide is if it's a test or if it's something that's valuable. I think that, you go and you milk a cow. It's either, oh God, I don't want to do that because the way the world is sensitive today. Okay. I think that you're a busybody and you get caught up in a lot of physical world things. You do a lot for other people, and you find yourself being somebody like, if you stopped playing your role, things would crumble. Even if you execute them roughly, you're still a heavy juggler. The pieces that you're juggling are vital, okay? And so I think that you will always find what's meant for you and end up overall in a positive direction, okay? You're supposed to have at least 2 or 3 kids in this lifetime. They end up taking care of you or being significant later in life for sure. Okay, so you're not going to miss any opportunities, but there's a highlight about you realizing what's a test and what bag is going to drop water on your head and what bag is going to make dollar bills float down from out of nowhere, right? And so it talks about, things can be valuable in different ways than money, obviously, but when we're talking about, I can see what I'm seeing, but it's so hard to be so specific. So different people in your life are only there to keep you fucking entertained and in the same cycle of shit. Okay? So it's all about, okay, you do all these things for a bunch of people, but what is important? It's all important to you, and it's never going to be more important to anybody else than it is to you, okay? And so I think that what is just keeping your energy busy and never going to pay off, and then what are you doing that's actually going to pay off? What garden are you tending to? And I think getting more specific for yourself would show you who and what you may be wasting your time with, but also getting rid of those things, getting rid of the chaotic parts and pieces is how we make room for more things to grow, more room in the garden for vegetables. Like some vegetables you just can't plant around each other. Okay, and so this is the card of the outlaw. So it's talking about doing things differently against the grain. This is talking about, hey, I know you do things a little rough. I know you get through it and you're going to do that for somebody, but fuck you along the way, right? But you're supposed to be the outlaw, but you need to do for you, okay? You also need to do for you 100%. All right. Oh, and then you wanted a card in love. Okay, reclaim. This talks about you feeling like you're not necessarily in your power, or if you could choose again for yourself, you would choose something a little different. This means, if you truly feel this way, this means that whatever you wouldn't choose for yourself, that's on repeat in a way that you don't like, whatever's on repeat in a way that you don't like through your whole entire life is called a cycle. It's called a cycle. You can reset them. If you see the cycle going, eventually you'll be able to, like, you know, it's like a bike tire that turns. You just jam a stick in it and it stops doing its shit. Does it hurt a little bit? Hell yes. But does it stop? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So here we go. Now we are on to mediumship readings that are recorded. Okay. First person is Renee. On deck is Lindsay. Okay. These are between 5 and 10 minutes. They're intense. They go quick. Now, Renee, what is the first name of the loved one you would like to communicate with who is no longer here in the physical world? Also, this will be recorded, and of course, you will be able to see exactly what I'm doing as I'm doing it in your playback, of course. Elizabeth, I just don't want to hurt your feelings or anything, but no. Hold on. Elizabeth, tarot reader, I doubt it. Block? Can I block you entirely? No. Block your page. Hopefully. Block. It looks like I can only block you from this live. You'll not be able to comment on your current creators live. Oh, good. Perfect. Message me, message me, message me, message me. Elizabeth, you're not supposed to talk while there's a reading present. What is going on here, okay? Learn the rules. Okay, get out of the chat, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is like, nobody will see me do this. Watch. I'm like, everybody's like awkward. At least she didn't make another fake Kato page and then spam you with that, so. Bye, Elizabeth. Anyways, here we go. Renee, what's the first name of the loved one you would like to communicate with? Boop. And no, I have not started the timer yet, y'all. Theodore. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm just letting you know the first person that comes through for you. Starting the timer. First person that comes through for you. I know you're wanting to talk to Theodore. And as soon as I started writing his name, he goes, you can stop at Theo. And I was like, perfect. Perfect. And so one thing I want to say is that you have a female primary guardian angel. She tells me I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I feel like I have a little bit of like a box with her things in it, little treasure chest, if you will. Woo. Woo! I think she was a mother figure for you, and she ended up passing in a medical way, and then she says, thank you. Someone may have taken care of them toward the end of their passing. Okay, so now on to Theodore. I think Theodore declined very quickly. I think he had a hard time communicating toward the end of his life. I think that Okay, he's giving me signs and symbols that he ends up declining from something medical, and then he also is making me feel this amount of like, it's sparkliness. It feels like gratitude, to where someone else could say thank you. This one makes me feel the word thank you. So this is a very emotional connection. I really like it. Gives us a rose, okay? And then he tells me that you hear him in the music, and he goes, yes, the dreams, yes. And then he holds one of his shirts up, and he smells it. So maybe you've smelt him since he's ended up passing. Maybe you have one of his shirts that may potentially even still smells like him. He says you still hear him in the song, maybe your guys' song, a song you remember him with comes on, reminds you of him. And then I don't know how he ends up passing, but he points to this quickly. He says going, gone very quickly. Almost seems like we know whatever the situation is, but we don't expect to pass so fast from it. And then he really shows me like just a medical decline toward the end, potentially even laying down. And then the only thing I didn't write down or draw was the shirt or the smells in honor of his memory. Does this make sense so far? I mean, dang. It's a lot of signs and symbols. Let me show you. So if you're not on Facebook and YouTube, you won't be able to see the signs and symbols necessarily, but look at all those signs and symbols. Look at all that. And you guys can communicate with whoever you want today by getting into my queue. If there's open space, go ahead and join. The shirt, yes, I actually have one of his shirts, she says, which is amazing. Don't know who the woman was. Well, the woman came through to bring him through, and I love how I got a few signs, and she's showing me more stuff. I'm not trying to get wrapped up into her, but she was home, at least she was probably home in her home until she ended up passing. She goes to the doctor right before she ends up passing, and then she has a pair of glasses on and fluffy hair, so she's very sure that you know her. Looks like a grandma energy. Anyways, regardless, she could have just been a woman bringing Theodore through. So, Theodore, she says, yes, I do have his shirts. How did Theodore end up passing? And who was he to you? He almost seems like dad's significant energy, just somebody that you, like, really share a space with. And then I hear, time, we just thought we had more time. It's your grandfather on your dad's side. I absolutely love this. I have to word things so well. It's really hard when you have this level of, like, I just have a little bit of autism in there, but how do you end up passing? I think we knew he had some sort of underlying thing. Maybe we didn't see it escalate. Maybe we didn't see it catch up to us in a way. Who asked you for your phone number? Oh, don't worry, I don't ask you for your phone number. Love y'all, but I'm not calling anybody. Y'all can come here, or pretty much that's it. That's it. I'm telling her to stop. Perfect. That's all you can do. Hold on, y'all. I'll tell you guys how to join the queue in a moment. A little bit of tism in there. Yeah, me too. Same. Just got a little dash of the tism. Just a dash of it. All right, Renee, hopefully you are not being filtered by any means. But again, if you could tell me how he ends up passing. He makes me feel like it's a medical decline, and then he just thought he had more time. That's what he thought. I thought I had more time. So it seems like a medical condition. Nobody expected it to escalate, and that he just declined very quickly. Hi, I see you. It must just be filtering you on explaining how he ends up passing. But I would love to know if you want to keep trying for it. And I love that he's your grandfather, but you also still have clothes in honor of his memory. Love. And then he says he visits you in dreams and music. We already went through that, but again, very present in dreams, probably twice since he ended up passing. That's what he shows me, which is pretty good. He tells me maybe you guys didn't get a chance to say goodbye the way you want to, but he also feels that level of gratitude, so it makes me feel like maybe he's being taken care of. and that we saw that maybe he's being taken care of toward the end of his life, not realizing he was going to pass as soon as he did. Interesting. How does that resonate with you? I would absolutely love to know. Do, do. Dang, I hope it's not filtering you. Hope it's not filtering you. And then Lindsay, be patient, but you're on deck, my dear. We were all there with him, but my sister and I left, and he passed with my grandpa and my grandma and my uncle. And he even said that. He goes, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. What's on my neck? It is a portable fan. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. It feels amazing, actually. And it has all these settings. Oh, it's awesome. Gives me a little wind in my hair while I'm talking to the other side. Makes me feel like I'm crossing the veil. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for asking, though. And we were all there with him, but my sister and I left, so he went down really quickly. We knew he had a medical condition, but maybe we didn't expect it to catch up that soon. Maybe you left thinking that you'd have a little time to recoup yourself and then come back and be able to say goodbye to this person, but it just didn't work like that. You still have his shirt, and he went too quickly where you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And I love this! Oh, no worries. Go ahead and interrupt. I got the ADHD. I could probably keep up. So, listen. He says thank you and gratitude. Remember how I'm like, they usually say thank you, but I feel the thank you. It feels sparkly. It feels gratitude. And it feels like I'm saying thank you for being there, being a part of it, and even just being a part of the environment. He loves that you were still able to make a presence. I don't feel like it has messed you up by any means by not being there. I think you did everything you intended to do by being present. And make sure you're paying attention to, he'll pop in randomly. It's almost like you hear nothing, and then all of a sudden you're having a conversation with him really quick and working something out really quick. Well, okay, go get it done then. And then you don't hear from him anymore. So he could be a frustrating guardian angel, but honestly, he's a good one, and he don't take no shit, that's for sure. All right. Miss Lindsay, where are you today? What platform have you decided to join us on? And just remember, if you guys would like a Q reading, if you guys would like a guaranteed mediumship like you're seeing, you can go to katothemedium.com. Link is in my bio. Hit the purple book now button, scroll down, and join my live stream. I would absolutely love to have you. I will be on for everybody that sends in right now. Do not be shy. Would love to have you guys, okay? Lindsay, I've got you, and then Blakely, you are on deck, and we have room. Then we'll have a card reading, but we do have room for more mediumship if you guys would like to. So katothemedium.com. Which one are you? Which one are you on here? What's your name that you submitted? And I would love to tell you. I would love to tell you. Also, if you guys love my mediumship readings, just know I do them for free here on TikTok Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Wednesday nights on Facebook. Hopefully, I'll be streaming to all platforms every time, so please make sure you are following me here. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are the days where you guys can get your freebies, so please make sure you are tuning in no matter what platform you are on. Nancy, like on YouTube, okay, and make sure you follow me on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. I will be on Twitch. I will be on Instagram. I thought that would happen today, but my technical fingers were not where I thought they should be. So you guys can follow all of my social media platforms by visiting the website. Link in my bio, katothemedium.com. And right at the top, let me show you, right at the top, you will see all of my social media right under my butt there. See where I'm sitting on my katothemedium.com, okay? Right where I'm sitting, there's my social media bar. You can follow me here on my TikTok, find my Amazon merch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and my Twitch. Make sure you are following me on all of my platforms. Not getting rid of me. Okay, and so if you want to go there, great. If you would like to join the queue, okay, or sign up for a private reading, because I do have one more appointment available for tomorrow. If anybody is trying to get in, you can go to katothemedium.com and you can hit book now, and those are my private readings. But if you want to join this live stream, you can scroll down and hit join my live stream. Okay, and so that's where the link is, right there. All right, Lindsay, what is the first name of your loved one that you would like to communicate with that's no longer here? Wow. Okay, you're wanting to talk to Eric. Eric tells me that he passes before his time, and that he passes in a tragic way. Ooh, he gives me a little bit of a headache. And then he goes, Kato. And then my whole body just relaxed. I felt no pain, and then I was gone. And he tells me he passes before his time in a tragic way. For no reason, I'm feeling pressure on my head, so I'm just going to write that down. He also tells me that he ended up, so many spammers today. This is impressive. He also tells me he goes, hold your breath. That's what it felt like. I was like, did you know that you were gonna die? He goes, nope. No idea. It's like you fall and another thing falls and another thing escalates and goes to another thing, and it's like this situational. It's like the floor starts crumbling underneath us. You can't help when a hurricane happens. You can't tell when an accident's going to take place, okay? So it just feels like I don't feel the pain, because he talks about his body just releasing it. But he also talks about he goes, Kato, I take responsibility for the situation I was in, but it feels like I'm at the top. I climbed a really tall tree, and then the tree branches start to break and crack around me, which is wild, and then it all just kind of goes. So let me know if this resonates. What level of unforeseen situational chaos am I seeing here? I think that he's a very sweet person. I think that he's got like either lighter brown or darker blonde hair, but he's taking that partial responsibility all of a sudden. He was really describing a whole lot a second ago. Velvet Moon, thank you so much for following. Kristen Kite, thank you so much for following. And this is a guaranteed lineup right now. We are later in the live. We've been live for a few hours, and we are doing a guaranteed lineup, but you can go ahead and sign up. Okay, so Lindsay said, my brother. Wow. Okay, my brother, he passed from an OD, and it was dirty drugs. And my body just let go, and it relaxed, Kato. I do take responsibility for the situation. It was he goes, and it hurt my head and my whole body, and I didn't have any pain. It happened tragically, and I take responsibility. Did you know it was coming? Nope. It's like I was climbing a tree. Getting high, okay? He's climbing a tree. He's getting high, right? And then all of a sudden, the trees, and there was no pain, and his body just released him. I don't think we have had an overdose communicate so beautifully. I love the all the way high up in a tree, beautiful sunny day, and all the branches break. I'll tell you guys how to sign up in just a moment. And all the branches break. This talks about, he's just doing something he always does. Dirty drugs. I got him from blankety blank. Someone his age, a male his age, got him from him. it's like a friend that he does it with. Well, I don't know. I think you've been doing it for a while. I think it's maybe a friend you've made over time. He goes, yeah, that sounds like me. He was an artistic person. I love that because they have the minds to be able to, explore mediumship and work my brain so well. So if you guys have creative loved ones, oh, I could not ask for better. They give some of the most beautiful visuals, most beautiful things. But he tells me his body relaxed. He tells me, obviously he hurts his head. He fell out of that tree, came down from that high, crashed unknowingly, was enjoying his time, wasn't thinking anything of it. He does spill a little bit of the beans on maybe who was with him. He goes, I'm fine. And he shows me totally up there, totally at peace on the other side, high vibrational, white robe, everything angelly. And he goes, but the music still sounds like this. And then back to Angel. And I'm like, wow, I really like your personality. You're funny. He's really like all the time. He's got a cross between being a sweetheart and like fine. Fine. He doesn't even mean it like that, but that's how he is, how he talks, in my opinion. He seems just to have emotional depth, and his reactions mean more than he does sometimes. So, yes, this was an issue for quite a while. I don't know why everybody's losing their brothers on my live stream today, but that's fine. I love you guys. And he's okay, and he's at peace. And he goes, take a shirt, take my ashes, and then put them in a shrine. And I love the way you choose to honor my memory, and we keep it to where we can keep the smell in it, till we can keep the memory preserved no matter how long. Okay? Love it, Lindsay. Oh, he visits you in dreams. I'm trying to see what else. He's got a couple females over there. And then I don't know, I feel like you got a hard-ass grandpa that used to serve up there, keeping everybody in line. And he says that all he wants to do is, like, go to his room and escape sometimes. And then he passes, and there's Grandma right in the middle of the living room where she always is, so everybody's fine. But yeah. He's like, there's no peace. Oh, that's your dad over there? You lost your dad 8 months prior? Okay, that's who he brought in. I don't know if you said that before I saw it on the screen, but he brought your dad in. I'm like, he's keeping everybody in line. You can't get away with much up there, and I love that. And your dad's actually over there on the other side, and you lost them both 8 months prior, and I think that's their way of both coming through. And they share the same name. And I was like, I think that's his way of coming through and letting you know he's okay, too. I think everybody's over there, girl, so great reading today. Great reading, Lindsay. That's so beautiful. You guys will be able to see your readings again and share them with your loved ones on YouTube. Sorry, I'm going to itch my eye. On YouTube, mid next week, okay? And listen, if any of you guys from today want to buy your parchment papers, you can. Otherwise, I dispose of them sacredly, so you don't really have to worry about it. But if you guys would like a reading today, you can go to katothemedium.com. You can hit the purple Book Now button, and then you can scroll down and join my live stream, and I'd love to have you, and I have room for you today. If you get in right now, I will guarantee that I will be on until your reading is done today, 100%, okay? Blakely, you are next. Blakely, what is the first name of your loved one? You have so much energy. Oh my gosh, Blakely. I got an itch on my back. What is the first name of your loved one, Blakely, if you're still here? You are so very welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for getting a reading with me. I appreciate you. You're so welcome, Lindsay. Okay, 8/14/2025. Let me guess. I don't even want to make assumptions, but is Blakely here? My son. Okay, is Blakely here? Blakely. Last call for Miss Blakely Cole. I would love to have you. Glenna, and I'm hoping to have someone else come through with her. Okay, cool, because you have a male coming through with her too, so that's awesome. Awesome. Whoo-wee! Okay, there she is. Hi, Cabin Me. How are you guys? Now, listen, if you guys want to go to my website and book a session, you absolutely can. I'm getting through them as quickly as possible. We have Blakely right now. I have not hit the record button, but we have Blakely. Then we'll be doing, it looks like Kim got a card reading, and then we'll have Kate and another Kim and a Cassidy. So y'all are on there, and we are getting right through these today, but feel free to jump on and join. I might stop to pee a couple readings from now, but we'll see. Okay, Blakely. as I say, you guys, I do not start hitting the recording button until I really start going. You know, I try not to, because I haven't even started hitting it yet. So, do 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 do. All right, here we go, Blakely. We are talking to Glenna. Hold on. Okay, so, whoa. All right. Wow, that's a lot, Blakely. All right, so you obviously can't see what I've been scribbling, but if you are on Facebook or YouTube, you can see. Plus, when your reading gets posted onto YouTube, then you'll exactly be able to see everything I was just scribbling. But here we go. Glenna, and I got this other mail on there for you, so I'm not sure who else you're looking for, but you just kind of left it open-ended, so I tried to bring on the second person for you. We'll see what we get, okay? So Glenna tells me that she is like a mother figure for you. She seems a little older. She tells me she passes medically. She leaves you jewelry. She is a primary guardian angel from that crappy angel wing I drew down there. She says thank you. So I think someone took care of her or tried to help. Honestly, I think it was more than one person. Could have been like a family thing at that point. I said, was it one medical thing that happened? She's like, well, there was a little bit of like back and forth. She's better, she's not better, she's better, she's not better. I'm not really sure, blah, 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 blah. It's like by the time we were even organized or had a hand on it, she ends up passing medically. But she doesn't feel like she's alone. She makes me feel very taken care of, very clean-cut environment. So either people are taking care of her really well or she's in like a hospital-like setting surrounded by family. So, Blakely says yes, and then she says she wasn't, which let me know what we're referring to because I'm saying so many things. But like a mother figure, I'm going to assume grandma, but I'm just putting her in a category. Also, she has jewelry, memory center, surrounded by family. Okay, beautiful. So medical thing, back and forth, she's okay, then she wasn't. She was at a medical center, surrounded by family. Yes, it was her Mimi, beautiful. She says that she has, she's so cute. She's like sillier at the end. So I don't know, maybe dementia or something, but she puts her cold ass hands on me and kind of giggles about it. And then she talks about her jewelry and she keeps touching her hands. So maybe we have rings in honor of her memory. She said she's a primary guardian angel for you. Blakely says, yes, dementia. And I was like, you seem so silly, but you're kind of grumpy when you're with it. And so I kind of like both versions of her. Not going to lie, kind of like both versions of Mimi. And then I have this mail over here on the other side for you that tells me, and there's just some quick things he gives me. He tells me he passed before his time. You didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I feel like he passes in a tragic way, and it's going, gone. I think it's really suddenly, unexpectedly. I think it's almost like an accident type of thing, or just a hard stop. And then he said that you got a phone call or someone told you, but you deserved better than the way that you were told, okay? You deserved better than getting that news like that. That's what he says. So first of all, Blakely says that she does have her grandmother's ring. And then trigger warning, she says that this beautiful young male over here is her son over here on the other side. So thank you so much for allowing me to bring him through. And I'm so happy that, first of all, you're a mama, and the first thing I'd want my boy to do is run through and give me a hug and tell me everything's okay and show me all the things he's been up to. So your husband actually got the phone call, but the phone call was not from you. I think that there is this feeling of betrayal on, so he was a baby. Ugh, And so there is a feeling of betrayal. You deserved better than the way you found out. I don't know how you found out. I can't be so specific at the moment because he just is like, this way you found out, or who told who, or how that all worked out. He goes, you deserved better than to find out the way that you did. He passed tragically. You were not able to say goodbye, and overall it was an accident or just happened so quickly and abruptly. Okay, so if you don't mind telling us, how did he end up passing? And you don't have to tell us, Blakely. You don't have to tell us. But just let you know, he is up there just fine with Mimi, okay? And I'm going to write Mimi over here. She's happy to have him, honestly. Look, you think Mimi's up there holding this baby just like, oh no, a baby. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're never, she's like, you're never getting him back. I was like, we can't say that to her. She's a hurting mom. She goes, but he's just so sweet and so cute. She could have other babies, but she's not having him back. I was like, oh, goodness. Okay, well, go ahead and have you some other babies, but, you know, you're going to be fighting Mimi for him if you think that reincarnation's happening for this little guy. Just saying. He was 8 months. SIDS? Oh, I'll tell you guys if you're in the lineup in a second. There's a few people, so we have to get through a few people anyways. So don't worry if I'm not calling you. Just be patient. When I get through them, the better for you, okay? Love you. Love ya. Okay, he was 8 months. First of all, that is effing tragic. You barely got his little personality through before, damn. Trigger warning. I don't even know how to relate. Have you had babies since you lost him? You won't get him back. I mean, you might just to keep your hopes up, but Mimi, she's stubborn. You're gonna fight her for him. You had 2 more? Yeah, so you probably had a girl since he ended up passing. You have like eccentric, very intuitive, very old soul children. For some reason, I'm like, it's not him. Mimi's not giving him up. You know, like these are new kids. Dang it. How many are we gonna have? Yeah, we have a boy and a girl, and then part of you's probably like, oh my gosh, I hope that's his soul gifted back. It's not. It's not because you're fighting a Mimi for him, okay? She loves babies and all kids. I love it. You're like, please, God, give me my son back. And Mimi's like, no can do. Sorry about it. She's patting the butt. She's like, no can do. This baby's mine. So, I mean, as like, no, but also as beautiful as it could possibly be, I'm like tearing up. If I ever lost a kid, I'd be like, you give him back, Mimi. Well, good luck fighting Mimi. I got goosebumps. Have fun with that, Blakely. I don't know what to tell you. And then sometimes by the end of your guys' mediumship sessions, you're fighting your grandmas. What? I don't know. That's a family issue. It's family drama. I'm just here to stir the cauldron. I'm just here to stir the pot all up, okay? Brings me comfort that she has him. Honestly, good. I'm glad it brings you comfort. I don't know. Good. I'm glad you weren't like, I'm trying to get him back. And then she's like, not gonna happen. But good. I'm glad he's like so secure up there. Don't even worry about it. All I can do as a medium personally is kind of giggle. I'm like, listen, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, Mom. I probably can't even hold the baby, okay? I literally have first dib access up there and karma points built up. Still can't hold this baby, okay? Just in case I'm like, boop, send it down the chute and it comes back, right? She ain't giving it up, so it was hard to lose him, but she's like, but I'm not gonna experience that. I love her. Okay, get Mimi out of here. She's fired. Go on, get Blakely. I'm erasing the whiteboard. Fuck off with your Mimi, all right? Here we go. Now, we did Renee, we did Lindsay, we got Blakely, we got Shelby's card reading earlier. Paula signed up for Attic Space membership. Kim Bray needs a card reading. And then Carrie Ryder. Okay, Carrie Ryder. Maybe I'm just making that super difficult for myself. Kim and Carrie are going to get some card readings to get them out of the queue. And then we have like 4 or 5 more mediumship readings, so we're all gonna slow down. Chandra, thank you for the $5 tip. Okay, I'll tell you the brief lineup, and we're getting moving. So we're gonna do Kim for a card pull, and then we're gonna do Carrie Ryder for a 1 card pull, and then we'll have Kim, Cassidy, Allie, Cassandra, Megan. And that, believe it or not, if I can just be in my channeling zone, we could probably be done around 2:30, 2:40, but there's not going to be rush to anybody's reading. We're just going to ask for clarity from spirit and get right on it, so it seems like a long list, but I'm telling you, we're going to get right through it. Did I get my payment? I don't know. What was your username on here, and I will absolutely check in a second, okay? Cassidy Luggard, I got you, if that's you. Is Cassandra a mediumship? Cassie Larsgaard, is that you? Because if it is, it's mediumship. Sarah DeCare, that was a $5 tip, but I can refund that, and then you can do the 55. Some people get those mixed up, but that was the $5 tip. If you would like me to refund that, I absolutely can. Just go sign up for a mediumship reading, and I'll be happy to refund that for you. I can refund it regardless. Cassandra, let's see. Cassandra Lagarde. Cassidy Lagarde? Oh, no. Cassandra Gardel Gonjodike, okay? 55. Yep, mediumship. You guys are good. Megan, mediumship. We got you, okay? Kim, let's go ahead and get through these, guys. I'm super excited. Oh, yeah, I wanted a mediumship. Yeah, go ahead and sign up if you would like. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Enjoying the chills while I wait. You rock. Well, thanks, guys. And hey, I'm going to do these card readings, then maybe pee, come back, knock these out. Okay, cool. Kim, are you here for your card reading? Kim, if you are here, please let me know what you would like the threads of fate to talk to you about today. Kim Bray, you got a 3 to 5 card pull. Remember, these are the threads of fate tarot. If you sign up for a card reading, these are intense. These are not going to be what you want to see at all. It's going to be what you need. Hopefully it lines up. Hopefully you're aligned and it's the same. I hate coming in halfway. We have been here for so long. Kim, I am here. I am Bray on PayPal. Okay, Kim, well, I saw you. Oh, Kim Fitch Bray. Perfect. Well, you are for a mediumship. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, Kim Bray, you got both. Did you want to get both? You said I was on the list earlier, but you didn't mention me this time. Kate is bored. You are very next in line for mediumship. You are next. You are Kate, then Kim, then Cassidy. That is the next 3. If I don't call your name, doesn't mean you're not here. That's just you on deck. So Kim Fitch wanted both. I love it. Kim, what is your card reading you'd like? Honestly, I might do Kim's just because I'm in her card reading. I might just go into a mediumship reading, or F it. Actually, I might split it. Who knows? But we'll see. But Kate, yes, you and Kim on deck. Kim Bray, what would you like me to look into for you, my love? What would you like me to look into for you? Got the threads of fate in front of you. I'll draw you between 3 and 5 cards today. And what subject, direction, you can name a couple things, finance, love, general, whatever you'd like. I'd love to see what the cards have in store for you, my love. La-da-da. Okay, she said, first one ever, let the cards lead my future, question mark. Kim, with this, I would love a little bit more information on you. All I want to know is, what is your zodiac sign? Only because I'm trying to see if you have any water that slows you down. So let me know what your zodiac sign is. Very, very, very curious. You have like the dedication of a Gemini, but the emotional push-pull of a Pisces Scorpio. So I'd love to know. A Libra. Okay, there's that air sign. There's that emotion. Always balancing things. Hardly ever able to tell somebody no. If you're a Libra out there, you're probably really hard to tell someone no. Okay, let's see. You want the future. So, first of all, Alchemist, you are not done putting it all together. And you have this female guardian angel on the other side. Maybe we'll end up talking to her during our your mediumship reading, but who knows. You have the Alchemist, which talks about you being the person to put everything together for everybody. So of course, right at the foundation of your reading, I think everything's going to work out because you make it work. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not, so don't correct me, that we kind of make it all up as we go. Every day is made up. You choose whatever job, you accept whatever job, you do that your day to day, you make it up, we have dinner at this time, we do this. Your whole life is made up, and guess what? You can reshuffle. Use that artistic Libra ability to reorganize your room, make the space a different vibe makes everything different. So no matter what happens for your whole future, you are the one that gets to put it together. If you don't like it, you are guaranteed, hear me out, you are guaranteed that you are able to change it. Might not seem changeable, but if you think of it like this, Libra, a Libra is always creating the set and helping the characters. Oh, you need your coffee? Got it. Oh, do this. Create this. Oh, you need this painted? Got it. Can't tell anybody no. But if you think about it, Libra, you are the main character in your own movie, okay? I think that getting rid of, acknowledging some of the extras a little less is going to be really helpful for you. Redesign, move a chair of the set to the other side of the room and see how the feng shui changes. Something in like switching things around. You have the power of change. Trust your intuition. You don't need confirmation to know somebody is lying to you. Don't allow, when you have relationships you dip into and you trust, when those people that you chose to trust, who are a whole piece of shit the whole entire time, okay, if you choose to trust somebody and they show you that they can't be trusted, but you're the fool that did, okay? If they're showing that they can't be trusted, and then you so la-di-da-di-da trusted them, that can damage your ability to trust yourself. Well, I trusted myself to do that once and got effed over for years, okay? So, trust yourself. So important, okay? Now, I love this. This is like whatever's in your world that feels like chaos, you have the ability to redesign, re-manifest, change the furniture you already have to make it something new. Acknowledge the characters that don't really help you. Be like, I'm not going to get your coffee. You're an extra. What the heck? Okay, Libra? Don't get the extra's coffee. The extra can be getting your coffee. You're the director. You're the stage setter. Okay? So important. Anyways, now, once you're done fucking around and finding out, because the world is just a movie that keeps you entertained while it distracts you from the freaking purpose, the answer is to fill your cup. Retrust yourself. Okay, maybe you need to, instead of saying every man is horrible, you say I cannot pick one to save my life. Okay, they're not all the same. You see them all the same because that's the cycle you can't get out of. Hello. So, pour into yourself. Pour into yourself. Because if you're loving you, you're not filling any voids for someone else to just step in and start loving you. You're not going to come into my life and do the bare minimum, because I already do that. What else do you do? Do you go get toilet paper, or am I going to have to buy all the toilet paper too? What do they do? Fill your own cup so it doesn't feel like other people who are doing nothing are filling your cup. That's never real. I don't know. Love you. Donna, thank you for being here. You're an MVP member. You're awesome. Shout out to Miss Donna for being that MVP. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, Carrie Ryder. You want a one-card pull, so of course I'm going to smush you in here really quick, and then we're going to go down to... we are going to go to mediumship, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. So let's go ahead and get you in. What, Miss Carrie Ryder on Facebook, would you like your one card pull to pertain to? Speak to your inner self, okay? Speak to your inner self. Ask the question you want. What would you like your card to pertain to? I think I've got this. Oh, you are so sweet. I'm happy to be the light for you, Benson. Oh, that's very sweet. I'm happy to be there. Even if I can just be here. Sometimes all you have to do is be present. Sometimes I just be present for you guys. That's what you need. I'm noticing too. I appreciate you being here. And on your bad days, still finding me as your lighthouse. That's great. Appreciate you. Carrie Ryder. Whoop, I don't want to go off that card. I like that card. I even tried to go off that card and my senses would not let me. And I like that a lot. Carrie. You can either let me know or I'm going to draw anyways. Hi, Queen. What's up, Brandy? Kim Fitch, like the live. All right, she's right there. We'll get to you in just a second. All right, so I'm going to draw another card. Not saying this card wasn't fantastic, but I've already seen it. I'm not saying it's lame because I've already seen it. I'm saying show me more. Show me more. Show me it wasn't a misshuffle. But this guardian angel on the other side tells me that it's not a misshuffle, that everything that feels out of your control, it's almost like I shouldn't be, no, I got this. I pay my own bills, right? I am equal right in my own home. Even your children have an equal right in your own home. Your significant other has an equal right in their own home, right? And so, if I am, of course we should pick up as we go. But you can go ahead and call me the Torcado, okay? The Cato Tornado, okay? If I'm doing something, I gotta leave the whole fucking room disastrous. Gotta leave it disastrous, okay? If I'm figuring out a project, sometimes I can't just put it all back. I gotta leave it there for 2 days, okay? And I have the right in my own space to not have to pick up all the pieces, to allow myself some grace. I get 48 hours to clean up my mess. I get to give myself some time. I don't have to rush through it. I don't have to, you shouldn't always have to eat at your own mind thinking you're behind, you're not doing something right, you're not good enough, you're not paying bills right, you're not doing this, you're a fucking pig, you're a slob, I don't have rights in my own home, I don't deserve to fill my own cup. These are things that I hear your energy saying, because I'm like, guess what? If everybody died tomorrow, the world would keep moving. Buzzing! Never saw that one coming, huh? So, here's one thing I have to say. When it comes to how much of the fuckery and chaos really is worth being life-consuming, if that's literally what it's doing. What consumes your life to where you can't stop and tell your inner child, you are enough, you're doing good. You don't have to do that for someone in order to be liked. You can orchestrate whatever it is you want. You orchestrate your life so you get a lot of positive feedback. Doesn't mean you have to be everybody's puppy dog. I think this is amazing. Stephanie, so nice to see you. Make sure you are making sure you are following me on Facebook so that way you don't miss any future notifications. Has it been a long time since I have been consistent on Facebook? Yes, but look at me go. Look at me go. I've been here for going on. In 20 seconds, I will be live streaming for 2 hours on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, so join me, okay? Boom, The Alchemist. Love it, Carrie. You're doing good. Make sure to pour into your own cup, and it's okay to tell people no. I know Libra, telling people no's got you in a chokehold, but try it. That's all I'm saying. Just give it a shot. Okay, now back to mediumship for a bit. Katie is bored, is up for the mediumship. Hitting. Love it. Katie. Then we got Kim Fitch on board. On backup. Then Cassidy. Then Allie. And the list will slowly go on. Alright? So, Corgi butt. Corgi butt. Corgi butt. Corgi butt. Listen. Spirit's not here to waste your time. I didn't even say this once today, but if I'm not talking directly to you, who gives a shit? If it sounds like I'm having a conversation directly at you, if you're like, Kato, whose name was this? Because it could be for me. It doesn't matter whose dang name is on it. This is a message for you. If you, Spirit's not here to waste your time. I am a speakerphone for Spirit to talk out loud. I'm a medium, okay? So if you're hearing something at the right place, right time, that radio's tuned in and that perfect song's coming on, it's for you. Love you. It's called resonation. All right, Kate, what is the first name of your loved one who is no longer here? You have a lot of male guardian angel energy around you, which really talks about honestly getting shit done. What? Did I just see a video of my dog outside? Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I'm back. My dog is outside, but It's okay because someone let him outside. I'm like, why is my dog outside? Okay, first of all, Kate, I haven't even started recording yet, obviously, but how awesome. I'm like, there's a lot of male energy around your aura, which is great. And the person you want to talk to is Tim, which is good. Okay, so with that being said, I'm not going to go through all of them, but you do have 3 men and a female over there. Female is older. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what I'm writing. Okay, so you have an older female, you have a younger male. You let me know which one of these is the one we're looking for, which is Tim, okay? So you have an older female, you have a younger male that passes tragically, unexpectedly, didn't see it coming. Takes partial responsibility, actually takes full responsibility for how he ends up passing. Then you have like a father figure type of energy over here, and then you have a grandpa energy that served, passed medically, something with the legs, declined and had a hard time walking, or something medical with the legs or something like that. And then you have that father figure. So, out of those 4 people that come through from the other side, who the heck is Tim? Which one is Tim? The father figure, the older man, the younger male that passed tragically? You have mediumship abilities? Oh my goodness. And you're an empath, which means that you can sense and feel the emotions of other people before they can physically portray it themselves. You know when people are sad before they're crying. You can tell somebody's upbeat energy. The males are hard to tell. Could be younger male or father. Okay. So let's say I just lightly cross off this grandfather figure. And the younger male that passed tragically, and then we're circling also the father energy. Okay, so the father energy says so it looks like he was both. Okay, here we go. And you said he could be both, so it could be 2 combined into 1. I don't know. I just started scribbling, and here we go. So what I have is, it feels like 2 separate, but I guess it could be the same. So the father, in the category of the father figure, we have father figure visits you in dreams. I think this is something it's something maybe medical decline. Hold on. So the younger male, tragically, takes responsibility. Then I think it's our physical body being affected. I think we knew the underlying, whether it was underlying medical or whether it was underlying situational, kind of comes up and gets us. It doesn't take us down right away, Cato. There was a little bit of a hint, okay? Then I also see whoever I'm talking to with the name Tim is who I'm trying to hone into. I also see that it froze for me for a second, so I hope I didn't miss anything. Okay, I hope you didn't miss anything either, but we're talking about him visiting you in dreams, him taking the partial responsibility. Feels like a medical thing, feels like maybe something undetected or a second thing coming up out of nowhere. And then he tells me, he shows me him at home. He shows me a sign symbol of a house, but he shows me it was gray. So from what I'm seeing is he kind of like saw a sign that something was going to happen, saw something underlying, but it either came up and got him, or there wasn't maybe even enough reaction time, or we just didn't think it was going to catch up to us. So maybe we didn't, there's a... He goes, not so much an apology, more of just like an ignorant thing. You should probably get some help for that. You should probably get some attention for that. You should probably get this for that. Kate's like, yeah, it's him. Who is this and how did he pass? He goes, sunshine, not sunshine, sunshine, not sunshine. Day, night, day, night. Hello, Sarah. And then the queue's going to be closed, so nobody else can send in. If you've already sent in, great. But we're going to spend our time catching up, and nobody else can send in. Love you all, though. Wow. He said, I've worked hard to talk to her. I gotta know how he ends up passing, because the way he's scrambling for facts and putting two things together and coming through other people, there's that partial responsibility. It was a heart attack. In my head, he goes, I knew there were heart issues. I knew there was a sign. I knew that there was needing to slow down. He goes, I was fine, wasn't fine, fine, wasn't fine, fine, wasn't fine. Did we know? Did we get some hints and not act on it? Yes. Why? Work ourselves to death. We worked ourselves to death. Oh, we probably shouldn't be. Remember when he's like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have, blah, blah, blah. Like, we knew we shouldn't be at work. We knew we shouldn't be out in the hot. We knew we shouldn't be overextending ourselves. You just got out of the hospital, or you know you have a bad heart. You know you should take these medications, blah, 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 blah. So knowing that it's not perfect, but going to go out and do it anyways. Not going to drink the proper amount of water. Not going to take our medication on time. Not going to stop working ourselves to death. He says, he goes, for some reason I doubt it, but he goes, surprisingly, it was my first one. It was like the grand mall of heart attacks, he tells me. But he tells me, but I'm like, how do you have medical issues and underlying things? He goes, no, I've struggled. I was definitely at a point of like struggle with it. You know, could have been high blood pressure, but it tells me it was his first like big one. Listen, did you say that this is your dad? Listen. This person, he either takes partial responsibility for two reasons. One, he saw the sign. Okay. You know, I was going to say he either saw the sign and ignored it, or he's been gone under a year if it's your dad. However, if it's your hubby and he's still got a little bit of glitch in his matrix right there, he's still taking partial responsibility. And then if he's your hubby, that glitch in the matrix, you feeling like you don't sense him as much as, oh, he goes, she has all my stuff. And, I don't know if you've cremated him, but he makes me feel like you would feel like it's the hardest thing you've ever done, but you're happy to have his ashes type of thing. And he talks about him needing to tell you you're okay. He needs to tell you he's okay because you're still like, maybe I missed a sign, maybe you wake up in bed next to him and that's how you find out. You could have been the one to find him. He makes me feel like he's taking more like almost his responsibility is taking it out of your, oh, I feel like if I could have realized this was this, or I should have stopped him from this and this and this, and he goes, free will. Yes, of course you can still get that, my dear. If you're on the list, you're on the list, no problem. So I don't know if he felt tired the day before, exhausted. She goes, I did find him. And I have had bad PTSD from it. I'm always afraid of my heart going. Okay, so when I thought he was your father, which my brain didn't really put together your father being 36, which I totally understand that now. I was like, this is your father, right? Because he tells me he dies at his first heart attack. But to tell you, one thing he said earlier, was that this won't be happening to you. And this was like luck of the draw type of happenings. If he has any children, they might have similar heart things, but I don't see it causing any passings, and it's definitely not going to affect you either. Might have really bad PTSD, but part of the PTSD is panicking about your heart, because you're right, any organ could go out at any minute, and there were signs, and he ignored me, of course, and one of them already had heart issues, so that's no good to hear. But But he says one of them is going to have my heart issues, but it's not going to kill them. And so that's great that you've already found out. That's more of a confirmation than a warning, okay? Because you've already found out they had heart issues. They've already survived them, and if the condition is managed, nothing's going to happen. There are no, and already knowing the incidents in which we know they have the condition, and then the father says, hey, now that it's determined, we already know, nowhere on that timeline does anything happen because of that child's heart. So, you don't have to be worried that you're going to drop. You don't have to be worried that your kids are going to drop, and that's like a huge thing. Who would not want to know that, right? Yeah, the younger one. Yep, one of them already had heart issues. That's no good to hear. It's the younger child. Perfect. So, well, the younger child, he goes, had to be blessed with a, he goes, he looks like me too. And he goes, and his their goofy little growing up looks like my little goofy little growing up, so I could put baby pictures beside them, and they're going to probably look similar. But he wants you to know he's okay. He also wants you to know that your child is going to be okay. He's sorry that you had to find him, but I really feel that he's also taking responsibility. Yeah, ignoring the signs. Yeah, knowing better. But he says you can't take the responsibility for it because he has to. And Jenna, yay! I'm so glad you're going to see me in Duluth, Minnesota. I'm so excited. How many tickets do you have? How many tickets do you have, my love? Gotta know. Okay, so Miss Kate, happy to connect you to Tim. You're also doing a great job with those babies. We can't forget that, my dear. Can't forget that. Love you, Kate. Bam, boom shakalaka. Okay, next person, Kim Fitch. What is the first name of the loved one that you would like to communicate with today, who is no longer here in the physical world? Miss Kim Fitch. Oh, Kim, you have healer energy, which means you're pretty much destined to take care of somebody at the end of their life cycle, probably a female, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see who you have today. 8, 14, 25, and the queue is closed. I will take whoever has sent in today. Don't worry, I will do another announcement of who's next in just a little bit. So no worries, but right now we're going to do Kim Fitch, and then we're going to do Cassidy Larsgaard. Here's one thing you guys got to know for the person that just joined in. If you are from Duluth, Minnesota, or anywhere conveniently located around Duluth, Minnesota, Wisconsin, okay, I am going to be there in like 2 weeks. So September 5th, it is a cute little gathering. I think we have like 40 people going, which is plenty for me. I think we got like a good 40 people group. It'll probably grow to like 50 or 60 by the time we get there, but so far we got like 40 people going, which is great. It's intimate. So many people are going to get readings. Very excited. I'm going to be in Duluth, Minnesota, so if you're around Duluth, Minnesota, get your ticket. Come see me. Would love to have you there. Would love to hug you. Would love to see you in person. And would love to share the feeling when everybody breathes at the same time for their loved ones. Oh, such a beautiful feeling. So if you could ever see me in person, please do. I'll be in Duluth, Minnesota, September 5th. Do not miss it, damn it. Okay, cool. Kim, who do you got? Kim Fitch. And then after this reading, or potentially after Cassidy, we will see. I'm going to use the potty. I've been sitting in this chair for about 3 hours now, so I might step away to use the potty if that works for everybody here. Okay, so Kim Fitch, would love to have you. What is the first name of your loved one on the other side that you would like to communicate with? Stacey's like, come to Washington! I was debating on making the Duluth, Minnesota event virtual so you guys could watch it. Just get like a virtual ticket. So even if you're not in Minnesota, you can still kind of be a part of it. All right, is Kim Fitch not here today yet? Because I can definitely go to Cassidy and come back. Actually, this would be a great time for an intermission to pee. So everybody chill. We're going to see if Kim comes on in. And I'll be back. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll go so fast, but I got to wash my hands too. I got to go potty. Ugh. hope you can see me. I can see you now, Kim. As soon as I sat down, I saw your comment. Welcome, welcome. And this thing is just a fan that I haven't turned on, but it's kind of like a little comfort item that I have here. It's kind of nice. Okay, Kim Fitch, what is the first name of your loved one on the other side? Also, I just did the Germex stuff, the pump. Anyways, so Kim, I got you. What is the first name of the loved one that you would like to communicate with? Woo! I just need the first name. I have not started recording yet, but hey, but David Burdutch may join. Okay, huh? Oh, okay, you have two people. So, hey is a person? Is hey a female? K. Okay, I'm like, what's happening? Okay, great. K. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're talking to K today. Mm-hmm. All right, Miss Kim Fitch, talking to Kay. Let's see here. Now, one thing I really get from her is I love her personality. Hold on. I was like, were they taking care of you? She goes, well, there really wasn't much to take care of, but for the brief amount of time. She goes, I would say yes. I don't know why, but in the middle of this reading, I'm going to turn this light up. Oh, it doesn't really matter because it just readjusts. That's cool. Anyways, that's fine. Okay, cool. So, that would be why I did that. Honestly, technology hates me, and there's no way around technology hating me. That's for sure. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and restart this, Miss Kim. Okay. So, Miss Kim Fitch talking to Miss K. Here's a couple things she says. I was like, hey, did somebody take care of you toward the end? And then she makes me feel like it just happened quickly, that there wasn't necessarily too much to take care of, but she makes me feel thankful for it anyway. There wasn't too much to take care of, but yes, and thank you. She says, first thing I notice about her and her beautiful personality is that laugh. Okay, she has a very outspoken personality. There's some sort of decline toward the end. She tells me she had a hard time breathing and basically catching back up to oxygen. Hello, Ascension 23. Catching back up to oxygen. She said she's like a mother figure. She is a very big personality. It's one thing I'm noticing about her. She's everybody's mom type of personality. She's very warm. I don't know. I don't know if she ever smoked, but she just happens to smell like my Aunt Sue, who smells like cigarettes and perfume, and honestly, I kind of love it, to be honest with you. And so, said she had a hard time breathing toward the end, her jewelry, somebody has in the physical world, and then she said she's distinctly came to you 2 times in a dream. 2 very, 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 could have been more, but it's 2 very, very specific times. And Kim says she was my mom. And Mom says that she loves you. Honestly, she said she took on more than she had to, Kato. And then that celebration of life, thank you. And we had to, not cut corners, but we had to simplify, and she really likes it. Some people, like, let's say even things were supposed to be distributed equally. I think we simplified everything. You said she did smoke, so that perfume and cigarette smells definitely one that. So that's definitely, hi Deb on Facebook, how are you? And so, yeah, I absolutely love that, where she smells like, I'm like, her hugs are warm, she's got a great personality, she makes like let's say she has that one dessert that she makes that, like, she's got a lot of grandma qualities. She's got kind of like, she was good as long as she was in her own brain, doing her own thing, tootling on to the next, running around. What'd she pass from? She tells me she passed from something medical. It was a gradual decline. We may have had to take care of her right at the end, but ultimately she just, like, couldn't catch her breathing, or couldn't couldn't absorb the oxygen properly toward the end of her life. And then that's when I see the arrow and the decline. So we know this is your mother. Would absolutely love to know how she ends up passing. And did you take care of her toward the end? Okay, I will try to be quiet and let you respond. But I'm so excited to hear it, honestly. Honestly. Kim, you have vibes that you've worked in healthcare before. Oh, and remember when I said you're a female? Remember when I said that you're a healer and you're destined to like guide or take care of a female toward the end of that person's life? Could have been your mom. Interesting. Interesting. Can't wait to see what happens. Surprise me a little. Ooh. Put the light over here, and then my hand does filter it. I mess with the light one time and screw it all to bits. Whatever. Whatever, I'm down. And then, I don't know if her father's on the other side, but I think her father's on the other side, and maybe she even took care of him, and I think he served for a minute, and... okay, Kim said, it's actually an infection, and she couldn't breathe. I took care of her like she was my child. Oh my goodness. So you take care. Oh, and I remember I'm like, you're a total healer. You're meant to take care of this female. It's in your soul. Before we even know who we are talking to today, this female is somebody you are going to be absolutely meant to nurture and care for. That's incredible. And then I was like, it's something medical. We take care of her. And then she passes at the end. And she actually got an infection where she had a difficult time breathing, and you did take care of her just like your child. And then she says, thank you. I can hear her laugh. You still have her things. You still have jewelry in honor of her memory. And then again, she just wants to validate that those dreams you have of her, absolutely real. If you ever smell that perfume, cigarette smoke out of nowhere, just know that is absolutely real. And she even says, she even brings me back to destined to take care of family members, because Kim, you just said, I've cared for several of my family members, and I love that. Well, you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. You're totally on your soul's path. Your mom says thank you for everything. Your loved ones know how great and kind and healing of a person you are. You've already fulfilled your soul's higher purpose, and mom is totally okay and reachable over there on the other side. So tune into those dreams, tune into those breadcrumbs of signs, symbols, and communication. And honestly, I think that's a good spiritual relationship to have, one with your mama. I love it too. She talks about the clothes you have of hers. You can make something out of them, but I think you're just going to hoard them all forever. But that's neither here nor there. Love you. Great. Cassidy, how are you? I believe that you are on, Facebook. So what is the first name of the loved one that you would like to communicate with? I see a big paragraph for you. Oh, you're a Libra. You always connect me with my grandpa. Norman passed away on baptism day when he was 3 years old. Who would you like to talk to? Hi, I just saw that. I just saw who I usually connect you to, so I'm really glad to know that you are a returning person for more communication. No matter if, hold on, Cass, did I spell your name wrong? You are so welcome, Kim. I love your energy. I'd love to talk to you all the time, so make sure that you aren't going anywhere. Okay, Cassidy, who is it that you would like to communicate with or get communication from? Now, listen, the queue is closed for today, but if you are here watching and you would love a reading, I do have private reading availability tomorrow, okay? My phone is going to die. Is there any way I can see where I'm at on the list? What is your phone percentage, Cass? Because you skipped like 15, you just skipped like 15 times. Crazy. Weird. Cass, you can go next no matter where you are. You're at 15. Yeah, you're kind of up there. Oh, no. You're actually, I can make you next if that works for you. If you can hold on there, you can like exit out of this. You could exit out of this and like come back in 5 minutes. I'll be with you after that. So a recap of my list coming up just really quick, because we got to get to Cass, and I could do it again. It's going to be Cassidy, then Cassandra, which is Cass on TikTok. Then it looks like Allie and Megan. I believe that's who we have. Okie dokie. So, and I might open up the list, but let's see how we feel when we get a few down the way. And thank you, Denise, for the $5 tip. And thank you. Oh wait, hold on. Chandra. Hold on, wait. It refreshed. Megan, and then we have Chandra and Sarah. I did not see, and Stacy for a card reading. So that's going to be a little bit of recap of the list. And I was like, I think I'll take more. Nope. We'll probably see how that works. Okay. Sorry if I just said the whole list and nobody was on there. My bad. But that is the refresh. I'm like, we are caught up. Just kidding. And here we go. Okay. So Cassidy says that she wants to talk to Willie. Apparently, I've always connected her to Willie, but I love it, honestly. He's a very playful person, Cassidy. So let's go ahead and see what Willie has for you. I love how I have to look for the date every single time. When am I going to remember what the date is? Probably never, and I'll look again next time. Don't test me. Okay, here we go. So we're talking to Willie, and this person says they're a primary guardian angel for you, and then there's a female on the other side that comes through with him, who in comparison to him is kind of tiny, passes medical, says she has a hard time getting around. She goes, well, I'm still getting around, I'm just slower, and she's got like shorter hair, and she seems a little frail, so she probably passes of something medically. So he has this female he brings over with him. Okay, it's your grandma Nell. I'm gonna write Nell down so we don't get her lost in the shuffle. She's so cute. Can I just take her home with me? I'm gonna probably take her home with me. And then she said she passed of a brain tumor. Well, listen, she's the sweetest lady. I love her to pieces, and that's another primary guardian angel for you. So are Nell and Willie like together, or are these just separate guardian angels coming through for you? I will be getting to you in just a little bit. Hang in there. I'm hoping before 3 o'clock shouldn't be a problem, but we are going to see you guys. Just be patient for your sessions. You guys are doing such a great job already. And if anyone's phone dies or you got to get in right now, you just keep me posted, and I'm going to do the best I can for all of you guys, to be honest with you, all right? So Cassidy said they're married grandparents. That's so cute. Honestly, I don't know if we've ever talked to Grandma Nell for you before, but I love the fact that he just brings her through, and she's just so cute and frail, and like, you know, I just love her to pieces. Can we just keep her all day? But fine, I'll talk to Willie for you. So Willie just seems very with it. He goes, I wasn't really with it at the end, but I'm with it now. He seems very funny, very playful. He goes like this and does a little rhythm. So maybe he liked to dance. Maybe that's his playfulness. But that also indicates to maybe he declined of something medical. Couldn't use his legs. He actually says, he goes, medical state, medical state. He says, so he's in this like medical state right before he ends up passing. He tells me it almost seems like this underlying cancer, something that like makes him live forever, and then like cancer at 71. You know? Hello, everybody. And so he just kind of tells me he's, you know, limber for his age, and then something just kind of comes, some underlying thing bubbles up and declines him. But he shows me him being basically a father figure to you, even when he did not, you know, have to be. Someone that just stands in. And that just really shows his character, his heart, to be honest. And then he goes, my heart was also the problem. And so I think that, you know, could have been cancer, but ultimately I think something, you know, of the upper chest, and his body was just done fighting it. So it sounds like a good fight. Bad leg from Air Force, bad infection, hurt his heart. Remember when I was like, he's going like this, so he's either super happy or he can use his legs now. So his legs feel good, his legs are better, he's got his movement back. And then I was like, I love this. And I'm like, well, ultimately it could have been something of his upper chest or his heart or something, because that's what he said. He goes, heart. Okay, so listen, he had a bad leg from the Air Force, which he already told us he served. He already told us he wasn't walking around. He had bad legs, medical state, right? He got an infection, underlying medical that we don't see, right? Like a cancer. Cancer's like an infection, right? And so he had an underlying infection due to the leg that resulted in him having a heart attack. That is beautiful communication, and I love that he takes basically responsibility for being your dad. I know he's a grandpa and blah 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 blah, but honestly he really loves the title of Dad For You Better. He feels very proud of it. He feels very proud of you. He goes, you're not disappointing anybody. Live your life. Be an individual. It takes all kinds of kinds. Okay, it takes all kinds of kinds. Thanks, guys. I am absolutely covered in tattoos on this half of my body, all the way down my legs. So glad you guys love it. Karen, thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for the tattoo love. You guys are amazing. Do we stay the same age we passed on the other side? A lot of the times we do, just especially to identify ourselves. But let's say you go over there at 80 years old because that's your favorite form. You're not going to be sore like an 80-year-old would. Okay, you'll be a happy 80-year-old. So you can be whatever age you would like to be. But when you're talking to a medium, you'll probably be the age you were when you passed, just to identify properly with your loved one on the other side. Because if your loved one's looking for their dad, they're not going to be like, oh, that toddler's my dad, you know? But energy does not age. So however you appear, that's a visual, and you can be visually the same person when you left, for sure. Okay, so it's so good to see you guys too. Bad leg from Air Force and bad infection, and it hurt his heart. And you know what? Strong guy, tough cookie. He goes, I probably could have lived maybe another week or two, but I was tired. I didn't want to go to the doctor for that last time. Could they have done something? Yes. Did I want to? No, I'm tired, he says. So he says there's an amount of okay, I'm done. We're fighting like a G over here, okay? And I know I could go to the doctor. I know they could do that one thing. I'm just so tired, he says. He goes, sleep. Sleep is an amazing thing. And then sweets. And he has sweets on the other side. I need Grandpa through my court mess. Feels like it's hurting my heart medically. I think the best thing for you to know that it will continue to be prolonged and your heart will race because of it. It's a settling in the answer is what it is, and what you think is going to happen is exactly what's going to happen. I think with family court, it's going to benefit you to have a little bit of time underneath your belt and to just breathe and pace yourself. Step out of that reality. Step out of that reality. So for me, when I go to do my court stuff, I'll prep only the day before, not weeks in advance. But if I prep the day before, I can get myself all worked up and into it. Oh my God, how's it gonna go? And blah, blah, blah. I can't think of another more stressful thing than court. If you've ever been through family court or been taken to court, or you take someone to court, stressful, life consuming, time consuming. Work on stepping out of that reality, because I can start thinking about court and my heart will just start racing and racing and racing and racing. So, is it 100% good for you? No. But if your heart races and you eat healthy and you exercise, that's kind of good for you, right? So, outside factors can contribute a lot. Love you. Alrighty, so we promised Cass. Cass, what is your first name of your loved one who is no longer here in the physical world? Would absolutely love to channel for you today. I am not gonna look. I already know it's the 14th. Neener, neener. Boop. Wayne seems like an old guy's name, but he seems younger. Wayne. Aw, I love that. I was like, you guys, Wayne seems like an old man's name, but this guy seems younger. And he's like, he is. I love it. Okay. Honestly, I would be good friends with this dude. Wanna know why? Because at the end of the day, he's got a good heart. And he goes, and at the end of the day, rebel without a cause. Like, okay. He goes, partial responsibility, but it's the whole situation that's created, and then you just step into it for the final act. And so it's like a situation that kind of builds itself. Maybe something he does every day is dangerous. Maybe something that he's created or is around every day is dangerous. Could be a daily habit. Could be pretty much anything. Could be driving cars real fast. Just general rebel without a cause vibes. Okay, he tells me he passes before his time, suddenly, unexpectedly. I was like, did you know it was, oh, he goes, very good heart. He did create this issue. Okay, I'm going to keep going then. I was like, did you know you were going to die? And he literally looks at me and goes, hell no. I done it before. All right, I'm going to write that down. He goes, Kato, you could say it was tragic, but that's just because of, like, let's say it's tragic because of who was around, or like eyewitnesses, or who found him. He goes, you don't expect there to be an audience, he says. How did he pass? And Cass says, he is younger, he did have a very good heart, and he did create the issue. So I am very, very excited. I totally see your comment over there, Akaria. Cass says, in his sleep on hospice, he made it way longer than expected. I think it's because my siblings were there. He was stubborn. He goes, it could be tragic, but it's the audience. Oh, he's done it before. He's been in the hospital before. So this had to have been in his sleep, hospice. Oh, and it's only tragic because people were around. You know what? They must have been taking shifts. I don't think there was a moment where he was left alone at all. I think the siblings were so huddled, and that probably means he was on that slow decline for like a day or two, you know? Yeah, shifts. Seriously. I think that he was on that decline for a day or two, just waiting for the moment that one of you guys went to the effing cafeteria and left the room. I think the doctors knew it. I think everybody knew it, but his kids would not leave him unattended. They want to watch. I didn't think I would make it. He had 72 hours and made it 13 days. I was like, listen, he shouldn't even have made it that long. I feel like the kids were watching so hard. It even took longer for him to go. So Cass said my sister went for a soda and they rushed him back. See? I was like, he rushed her back. I was like, one of them needs to go to the cafeteria so I can get this done. And then the sister steps out. To get a soda, and they literally rush her back because that's exactly when it's happening. So, listen. The only thing he would change is everybody not being there, honestly, and I love that. I love his personality. I love that it's very loving, but also like, ew, you don't need to see this type of thing. But those kids holding on tightly gotta be there for every minute, count every second. He goes, they traumatized themselves, Kato, but I love them. I love that they were there, but they traumatized themselves. Don't only think of that. I was, the shade of purple here, white here, green here. The bodies change. I'm a bruising avocado in the last couple of days. He says, but he acknowledges each and every person that was watching him pass. He acknowledges, I've never drawn people on here, he acknowledges that people are there accompanying him while he ends up passing. One person, probably the daughter that went to go get the soda and he ripped the rug out from under her, probably still freaking traumatized. You feel horrible you couldn't be there? I thought I wouldn't make it. You sat on FaceTime? That's perfect. What do you mean? You're like, I sat on... Oh, so it's tragic because you thought you weren't going to be able to make it, but you saw... He knows everybody was witnessing it. Even if you were sitting there on FaceTime, he knew that you were witnessing it and you were there in energy. And honestly, damn, could you imagine trying to, wait for your kid to, go get a soda so you could, portal out of this universe, and then they've got you on FaceTime? Fantastic. So that is for you them being around was for them. They told him he could. Actually, I don't know if they told him they can go. They told him it'd be okay. Maybe they told him they can go. I don't know. They really didn't want him to. Anyways. But then also you being on FaceTime, you being here or there is neither here nor there. He is totally fine. And then right when you brought that up, you're like, Kato, I told him he could go. And I was like, I don't know who told him he could go. But you begged him to just leave and you didn't want him to suffer over FaceTime? Listen, I was like, I don't know who told him. I don't know if anyone told him he could go. Maybe not. Who knows? But he knows you were there on FaceTime and present. Okay, great. So even your FaceTime call telling him he could go, he went. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I couldn't have known any of that without being in that room with him. Honestly. Well, he listened, Miss Cass, and he talks about the audience that he had, and he knows that you were watching on FaceTime, and he felt your presence, and you don't have to feel like you missed it. He still was pretty confident that he was getting out of there. He's like, no, I can make it. And he's like, I've been through medical stuff before. I can do it. I'm like, oh, man. My siblings thought he waited for me. They called me to beg him to leave. I just wanted him happy, and that's what they called you for, and he was waiting for you. All that timing, and you just wanted him happy, and all he needed to do was hear you say, right here, I just realized you couldn't see this the whole time, but right here, and you'll see it when it's all on YouTube, he just needed you to say that he could go, that he could leave. That's beautiful. Love ya. Love ya. Okay, Allie, what's the first name of your loved one that you would like to communicate with that is no longer here in the physical world? And listen, if anybody has gotten a reading today, you can get your parchment papers. They are available on my website. You do not have to. It's just sacred parchment that's been cleansed and charged for spirit communication. You can order the parchment you get written on at katothemedium.com. If you would like, just remember who you connected with and what date you connected with. That's all you really need. And you can order them. If you don't order them, you don't have to. They'll be disposed of sacredly, but they're available if you want to grab them. Okay, Allie, what platform are you on, my darling? We have Allie, then we will have Megan and Chandra. That's not everybody, but that's the list I've got. Megan, Sandra, Sarah. And then Stacy for a card reading. Boom. Can I go next? Alice Canfield. If you are on my list, I'd be happy to get you guys in to go next. But right now I have Allie Canfield. Wait, is that you? Alice Canfield. You are next. I'm Allie. Oh, well, I'm like, if you want to get on my list, but right now I'm trying to talk to Alice Canfield. You're her. That sounds fantastic for me. I would love to get you on right now. Perfect timing. You're like, I gotta have it. Okay, 8/14/2025. What is the first name of your loved one on the other side? You have a female, you have an older male, and older male talks right away. Oops. Let me know who you have on the other side. You have a female, you have an older male that talks right away. Let's see. What's the first name of your loved one that you would like to communicate with today who is no longer here in the physical world? Bam. And just remember, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you'll be able to see things exactly how I write it. And everybody that gets a reading today, everything will be recorded and then also uploaded to YouTube. So, no worries, you guys. Who are you looking for, my love? Miss Alice? There's a song that's called Alice that I really love. Alice, don't you know you had it coming? Mess around with any other woman. No, she's here. You want to talk to Matt? Okay, that's that younger male on the other side. I can make that happen for you. Female guardian angel that's older, passes medically and gives you jewelry. That's a primary guardian angel. Your secondary guardian angel, I'm assuming they're a pair here, is an older male that served that passed medically. It looks like cancer to me. Okay, so those are primary guardian angels for you. They came through first and foremost. You don't have to know who they are, although I feel like you probably do. You're killing me. I just had someone walk in. Ah! Are you all right over there? And that's okay if you had someone walk in. Listen, we have no problem. We can put a little pause on it. We can come on back. Your timer doesn't get you thrown off. Trust me. Click. No, I'm just kidding. Just beam me out real quick. Hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna write some things about Matt. You find a nice quiet spot. Okay. What's happening? We are communicating with the other side. We are doing spirit channeling messages. You guys can watch me write directly on the paper as we go if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Otherwise, everyone that gets a reading today, your readings are going to be uploaded to YouTube first thing next week. So make sure you are following me. Okay, Alice said, sorry, slow day. Someone came in as soon as you called my name. Honestly, look around you. Your signs are everywhere. There's no reason that should have happened directly at that moment. Plus, you're like, is it my turn? It is your turn. Ding! Someone comes right through the door. I mean, come on. Those are those little things called back to back to back, dot to dot coincidences. That's actually the breadcrumbs. That timing right there was spirit. So it's beautiful. Now, we're talking to this Matt character, and if we're honed in on this Matt character, he says that essentially, he tells me, I've hesitated to do this forever. Hilarious. Well, you're very intuitive, so you probably have been right at the edge for lots of years on doing this. But listen, if you trust yourself, you could do it too. But listen, Matt tells me he passes before his time. He tells me he passes in a tragic way. He makes me feel like it happened really quickly. He explains it this way. He says he was going about his own business, and then it was like lights out, going about something that essentially escalated. I'm driving a car that escalates. I'm doing a thing that escalates. He says that we have his clothes or a piece of him in honor of his memory. He puts it up to my nose, and I still swear I can smell like his cologne. He tells me, I don't know, he says going, going, gone. He gives me some feelings of like car accident. It seems like an instant death, and it is literally goes from lights on to lights off. Or like, let's say you're doing something in the dark, you're doing something in a room, totally fine, and then power goes out, and it's over with. She said that he was driving too fast, and I was like, and then I got that sign and symbol for some sort of accident. Remember how I said, let's say I'm just driving along and the lights out. You don't even realize what happens because I am so in my own zone, in my own head, driving too fast. Okay, and she said it was instant. Here is something I'd like to mention. I know this is odd to just say randomly, but I feel like I just need to say it. So, when we go from a daydream to, what do you mean I'm dead? What? Why am I seeing my grandma? What? I thought I was driving. What is going on? Okay, when it goes from da-da-da-da-da, lights out, and then all of a sudden you just transition and they look back and say, do you see that car accident? That was you. Okay? Here's what's actually happening there. In order for your timeline to literally tune you out right before you transition, and then all of a sudden you see your loved one on the other side, what is going on? That moment was predetermined in time. That moment was predetermined in time. Okay? It has to be. It has to be. So, he either drove like this, constant, and built up karma, or it was Good die young. Good die young. What do you mean someone could have told you? So, how do we know? Okay, another thing. If this was predetermined in time, then, hold on. He's telling me something. She had a feeling it would happen, but definitely not like this, and definitely not now. Also, Kato, it was dark out this time, and honestly, Kato, I was only like to and from going about my business, going to and from work. It almost seemed like I don't even remember like what came out in front of him, but it just seems like someone sideswipes him. Like he's just driving fast. He's not intentionally doing like, oh, I'm gonna go be reckless and blah blah blah. I'm like, this is natural rebel without a cause. Tells me he passed tragically before his time. Lights out. It was instant. There was no suffering. So honestly, this is good stuff. Who is this to you? He seems younger. Seems like he tells me he's like a father vibe, but dude looks like under 30. So I'm sus. We were dating. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Hold on, I'm going to put that in there. He goes, way out of my league. Way out of my league, and I love that. He goes, it could have been a forever cycle, but I was very kind of like passive on the emotional aspect, like not always like dipping his toes into conversation with you. But he says he likes the relationship while it lasts. He goes, he sorry if any of his other ex-girlfriends are here, but he goes, you're the prettiest one, and he really likes that. Yeah, he's very, very fond of you. We're not surprised about that by any means. Honestly, it feels like he's going about his own business, going to work, not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. You're between text messages. It doesn't even seem like a texting and driving thing. And you know what? It could it be a drinking thing? It could if that's what he does all the time. Hey, you really need to stop drinking and driving. For the 74th time, karma takes care of it. But otherwise, it's just, what was it? Does he have any other responsibility in it? Because it really feels like a karmic thing where he does the same thing for 700 times and then it just released him. Yep, he was booze cruising. Yeah, see? You really shouldn't drink and drive like that. You really shouldn't just booze cruise like that. Oh, you really should stop. So it's like the 700th time he's done it, and karma just takes care of it. So he'd been told, and his buddy was driving. Yep. Well, they were doing the same thing. Doesn't matter if he was driving, Buddy was driving. I think the outcome was inevitable. I think one of them maybe even have made it, but I don't know. So he wants you to know he's at peace. He's on the other side. It was instantaneous. It was the rebel without a cause, same cycle he was always doing, finally catching up with him. It seemed karmic, predetermined. So with that being said, unless you have the ability to intervene with karma, which does not sound very healthy, then this was something that was inevitable, out of your control. And I don't care if y'all had a screaming fight and you beat his ass all the way out the door. You had no control in the outcome of this. Nothing could have adjusted that. Okay, so you, no matter what you could find in your mind to feel guilty of, nothing could have caused this. And he's not even allowing you to take partial responsibility. He goes, that'd be some bullshit. And I was like, get him. He's kind of gangster around the edges. I like him. Good guy. Good guy. Miss Allie. All right, let's see who's after Allie today. You guys love how much we are on today. Okay, we have Megan, Chandra, Sarah. Okay, Megan, Chandra, Sarah left for mediumship readings, and then that will conclude our mediumship readings for the day. Everybody should be done around 3:20, but you know what? No rush to anybody who is getting a reading. I'm just trying to give everybody an estimate. If you've been hanging on for your mediumship readings, hopefully it hasn't been too terribly long, but I'm getting to you right now, and I appreciate your patience, my dear. So, Megan, what is the first name of your loved one who is no longer here in the physical world? Ooh, you have some female energy on the other side. I love that right when I tap into you guys, I can feel, just automatically I can start getting downloads of who you are. Okay. Is Megan here? Mama Megan. Okay, beautiful. That's who you are. Can you recap what I missed in the beginning? I can't at the moment, I believe. Yes, it was a female and an older male that were coming through together as your primary guardian angels. Bam. That will be posted most likely Monday. Bam. Thank goodness these are recorded. Woo! Thank goodness. Okay. Mama Megan coming in for her reading. She says, Jeff. To be fair, I was going to tell you had 2 or 3 kids before I saw your username. Hello, Britt. How are you, my dear? Okay. Now, one thing I would like to say about your energy is, so you're an empath, so you have the ability to sense and feel the emotions of other people before they physically portray it themselves, okay? Big heart, but also I'm hearing, this person is saying, I don't know if this is like a father figure for you, but this person is, you're going to swap out chemicals. If you're going to switch from wheat bread to, switch from white bread to wheat bread, like that's something you've been wanting to do. Oh, go for a walk once a day. Something about like just install that little routine you're talking about, and that's gonna just be great for your future, okay? Now, before I saw your username as Mama Megan, I saw that you have 2 or 3 children in this lifetime. I don't know if you've ever experienced child loss, but you have this girl here in the physical world. Unless you don't, then that would be someone on the other side. But I feel like you've birthed a girl who is absolute boss energy, okay? And that could have been you being re-given that child. Either way, this girl that hopefully is present in the physical world. You have 3 boys and you never had a girl. Oh my, have you ever miscarried? Of course, I'm like, you have this girl who's just this boss energy. Hopefully she's here. Otherwise, she's on the other side. Dang. And then you have 3 boys. I don't want to tell you to have another one in hopes that you have a girl. Because you have 3 boys. And I'm like, you have this girl energy. Total boss. Total blah, blah, blah. If you've ever lost one, she's been gifted back. Okay, cool. So, I'm not going to tell you to have a 4th. Let's go on to whoever Jeff is, okay? Woo-wee! All right, before I get too out of hand with that piece of advice, just have 3 babies. Like, you want a girl? Yeah, I bet that's the ultimate catch, isn't it? Then you end up with a million kids. Anyway, it's cool. Love it. You do great, though. If anyone has the tolerance for them, you do. Okay, cool. Megan says, Jeff, this person... So, hold on. He said there were signs, but no warning. But I wrote limited warning. He said, I didn't expect it, but once it was on the horizon, I saw it coming. So we have some calculation time between, okay, this could happen, and irky dirky, here it comes, okay? And then I still feel like we have some clothes in honor of his memory. And then I get the oxygen stripped away from me. So I do see a lot of sunshine. I feel like we truly aren't like purposefully doing this. It seems like a lot of sunshine, but then when it does catch up to us, the sensation that we get, honestly, I feel like I'm like, and I'm breathing and I'm looking up and I acknowledge being laying down and comfortable and kind of like bracing myself for passing. So I'm gonna take my passing gracefully. I don't know why I had a little bit of a heads up. That's a terrifying thing to see, is like, by the way, you're gonna die soon, and then being like, okay, death consumes me, but it's all high vibrational, very in it, very aware, you know? All right, how did he end up passing? He was either, I think he's either younger, but that doesn't make sense because it's like, but it's like, oh, Jamie, well, hopefully, you know, private readings, get in here. I'm not sure if you like, try through me or other people, but I'm always happy to do readings for you and keep going and go more in depth. So happy to hear you. Happy to be here for you. Okay, he had diabetes, and he went set others. Well, boo, that's not Kate of the Medium. You need detail? Come to me, baby girl. Hello. And everything's guaranteed. So I'm going to make sure you have a good reading. I mean, I'm going to record it. I'm going to throw it on YouTube. I'm going to make you cry. I'm going to twist the hurt. It's going to be fantastic. And they're only like $50, so I'm sure other mediums are like $200, please, just to like fan their farts in your direction and like call it a day. Not Kate of the Medium. Farts go that way. You're fine, okay? So, anyways, so I love his sense of humor. I love he's like, well, don't let her forget about this and this that was happening to me. I'm like, well, with diabetes, things decline, and then different body parts stop working properly. He goes, yeah, but to take my whole heart down was just wild. I'm like, okay, who is he to you? He had diabetes and he went septic. Okay, so he had signs, but limited warning. We saw it on the horizon. So someone says, by the way, you're passing. By the way, you're septic. By the way, there's no coming back from this. And then he shows me in that state going, and eventually accepting what was happening and basically gracefully as you can, kind of letting the moment of death kind of wave over you. He's your daddy. And then he says right here that he's like a father figure for you. So I love this. So there was no warning. Don't feel like you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Although I get that sign at the same time I get a thank you. I get that sign at the same time I get a thank you. He has terrible handwriting. Maybe you even have his handwriting tattooed on you. We don't know. He says you have ashes or a piece of him in honor of his memory. That's in addition to the shirt that we've already established that you have of his. But he says thank you. Thank you typically means that you helped take care of him, or you were there. You were aiding at some point at the end of his life. Even though you feel like you didn't get a chance to say goodbye the way you wanted to, he tells me thank you for everything that you did do, whether that was right for him toward the end, which is what it feels like, also contributing to the way the celebration of life was handled. He loves that too. And then Mama Megan says, yes, I have his ashes. So in addition to the shirt, addition to the ashes, all the good dreams, you guys have basically the same exact personality. You hear him laughing, that deep laugh he has in the back of his, in the back of your mind. That's where you hear it. I have goosebumps everywhere right now. I wish the screen would even do it justice, but I know it won't. I have goosebumps everywhere. He said he has not left you. He says he just visited you. I don't know if you just got that song, just got that repeating number. For me, if I have this one male on the other side, that brings me black animals. So a black crow, black butterfly, black cat, black squirrel out of nowhere. And so he's like, I just visited her. She just saw me. I was like, I don't know what your signs are, but whatever they are, you just experienced it, that's for sure. I love this. Thank you so much for letting me contact your dad. He's so sweet. Bam. Love it. All right, that was Megan. Chandra, are you here today? Thank you for being so dang patient with me. Chandra, you have a male that comes through on the other side right away, which means you're probably looking for a female, but allow me to bring in too many people every single time. What did I say? Did I say you have a male? Of course. Did I just tell you have a male on the other side? And I'm like, and that'll mean you're bringing a female in. Or did I tell you had a female? I can't even remember. It doesn't matter. You want to talk to Christine. Love it. Okay, hold on. Do you have a dad on the other side? Okay, maybe this is like a grandfather figure. He tells me he's the... Hold on, I'm going to start recording this. I know you want to talk to a female, but we got them all started. He said I really slayed him with the fart comment, so he loves... Oh, thanks, Jamie. He loves some good sense of humor. He loves some good banter. He likes an environment that's easy to dip into. I like it. He tells me he passes from something medical. He tells me he served at one point, and like a father figure for you, so hopefully that resonates. I can't get rid of him. And so, you want to talk to Christine. Here we go. Alrighty. Okay, I get an analogy. Oh, excuse me. My analogy is this. My analogy is that I'm swimming. So when you're okay, hold on. I think it's a medical analogy. You just got chills? I'm like really in there. It's gonna be weird when you hear what I'm about to say. So I kind of have an analogy. It's a medical analogy. She's taking me way in here. So I could do this reading with my eyes closed because I'm just describing things. First thing I know is that I'm in the water on a lake on a nice sunshiny day. And you know, swimming is great, and there's also risks with swimming. And sometimes you go underwater for a second, you come back up, and you're like, and you're getting that snot and water out of your nose like we always do. Right, okay. And so she shows me that the lake is medical. So I'm like, okay, it's a medical situation. She doesn't realize it's going to kill her. She doesn't realize it's going to result in could kill her eventually, but doesn't realize. How do I put this? Okay, so it's a medical lake. And I'm swimming in the lake. Everything seems fine, and I'm on top of whatever this is. Then I go under, and I'm under, and I'm looking. I'm like, oh, God, I can't breathe. And then we resurface, and we're fine. We're fine for a second. Get the water out of the nose, right? Get rid of it. We feel better. We feel cleared out. Like, oh, okay, cool. Just a hiccup. Because when you go to the lake and you go swimming, you got to be careful. You got to be safe, right? You can dip in, you know, something's going to happen. But there's also that reality where you go home and so it almost like, what if that was like a scare and then you're like, oh no, actually everything's fine. And then, so it seems like this much of a medical back and forth. She's going to be okay? No. You know, it seems like a medical, oh my gosh, she's dying. Oh, I heard she was totally fine. Actually, she's dead. Like, it seems so, and I'm like, and I'm in a lake, and I'm researching, and I'm up. You know, it seems really all over. Hold on. So then she draws an eye, which talks about, she goes, maybe it's something we didn't see, something we didn't think to check. So first of all, let me know if this is resonating so far. She seems like a mother figure, but I just think she is a mom. And then she makes me feel like it wasn't negligent to not check. It was almost just like we didn't see. She went into the hospital a couple of times before she left. What happened? So, okay, so what? Oh, she's my mother, and she had sleep apnea. Oh, and oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So we're in a lake, and it's fine. And then I resurface. Okay, I'm fine. I just went under for a second. It's fine. Whoo! Whoo! So in her sleep, you stop breathing. That's sleep apnea. Probably feels like I'm swimming. It's a medical thing. We're swimming in sleep apnea. We're doing fine. And then we're up. And then we're up. And then eventually, because we didn't see it, because we didn't tend to it, because we didn't acknowledge it, then it's back and forth, and it's an underlying thing, and eventually just catches up with us. Leaves our brain without oxygen just the right amount of time. You have sleep apnea, please wear your mask. Everybody should wear their mask. I know it sucks, but we can die of cancer. Want to die of cancer or wear a mask? Pick one. And of course she's stubborn and she doesn't want to wear her mask, and sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't. I'm not trying to scare everybody on here with sleep apnea. Yeah, she didn't even want a sleep pap machine. So she had enough sleep apnea where she's literally playing in this like, hey, you want to fuck around and find out? Sleep apnea? Okay, we're back and everything's fine. Oh my gosh, I'm not laughing. I am not laughing. I am just so in this visual with her. And she knows it's a problem. Oh, and then she kind of like just swirls around a little drink and has a margarita or a glass of wine, goes about her business, and you know, she's kind of just like doing life. She's kind of doing life. She's born poor. She goes out poor. I'm like, quit. And then she kind of giggles at me. She goes, I am just a regular person, Kato. No harm intended. I'm just stubborn. It's like, and then I'm like, it's like having lung cancer, but you're still going to smoke your cigarettes kind of lady. Happy. You're going to let her do what she wants. If she wants to go swim with no sleep apnea, if she wants to swim with no floaties, that's fine. Y'all want to swim with no floaties, that's fine. Just don't be that stubborn. Just know you got kids that love you and want to be around you. Okay, cool. And then she goes, and of course, we traumatized her by who found me. So she passes. We're back and forth on the medical thing, and then somebody finds her and it's traumatizing, so please don't tell me it's you. Ah! And I say the thing about, oh, I'm going to have lung cancer and still smoke cigarettes, Kato. This woman also has COPD. Please don't tell me she smoked. And so many of them do. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. But she also tells us that she had COPD, which makes sense. And she was stubborn about that too. No matter what she did, she was stubborn about that too. And she was just having life. You know, COPD, all her other issues, and she was just having some life. I love this. Hey, Kato. Kato is a beautiful and the most real medium I know. Get to know Kato. Always amazing. Brandon, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I did not expect that, but it's a really sweet comment. I appreciate you. All right, Chandra, thank you for letting me harass you and harass your mom, and she's okay and she's at peace. And I stopped recording, but you have jewelry in honor of her memory, and you keep that thing on you all the time, whether it's her ashes or jewelry or something that you have that you can wear. You just keep it close to you, close to your heart. Yes, it's fully charged with mom energy. Go get him, Tiger. And she has a really great sense of humor. And she goes, just do life. She goes, just do life. A cross necklace. And she goes, it's fully charged. You're good to go. Just do life. Just do life. I love this. Your mom's a great communicator. I like it. Sarah Declare, thank you for being so patient for your reading. Sarah, I've got you. Thara. It's not the 17th, damn it. It's getting late, guys. It's not the 17th. Okay, we've got Sarah, and then on deck we have Stacy for a card reading. Remember I told you, I was like, I promise I'm going to try my best to get y'all out of here by 3:20. Did you believe me? No, but I've been doing this long enough. I definitely know how to time it well, that's for sure. Okay, cool. Hey, Kato, where can I go to find the recording from a few weeks ago? So if you're still looking for your recording from a few weeks ago, that's when I started my phone calls. Long story never short. Those will be getting on first thing next week with this whole entire batch. Last time I had phone calls, I forgot to tell her there were YouTube videos to upload. So if you're still looking from like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, don't worry. I have not lost them. Please just give me till between Monday and Wednesday for my assistant to get them uploaded. She's already been paid for next week, and she knows to expect YouTube videos. Okay, so Monday through Wednesday, you guys will get your private readings and you will get your YouTube videos uploaded. Yay! You can get this done probably tomorrow if nobody schedules a private session tomorrow. Well, nobody else. I already have one. But if I had so many Wednesday, got me in a chokehold. But if I have no private sessions tomorrow, I will also be on here most likely if I'm not too worn out. If I'm not too worn out, I will be there. Okay, Stacy, I see you down there. You are next in line. Last mediumship reading of our day is Sarah Decare. Sarah, if you are here, please let me know. And now the next person, Stacy, is going to get a card, and she's, hi, Sarah. I see you. What's the first name of your loved one? And I'll start bringing them in, and then I'll record once I've got them on the line. So, Stacy is our next person. After Sarah, after this mediumship, we'll be doing a card reading. We have the Threads of Fate Oracle deck, which you guys seem to line up for and love, okay? I do have room on my list for last minute card pulls. A 1-card pull, all in general, whatever you need to hear, okay? 1 strong card, 22. 3 to 5, Threads of Fate Tarot, telling everything you need to know, not what you want to know. Huge theme here. If you want 3 to 5 cards, it's only 33. You can go sign up. You'll be right after Stacy, okay? I will keep the queue open, but only for cards. I have 1 more mediumship, 1 more card. You could be after her with cards. We stop this stream by 4 o'clock or sooner, okay? Love you. All right, Sarah. I signed up for the wrong thing. Oh, if you just want to go do another 20, if you just want to do, because the difference is 22, so it's real convenient. If you want to just sign up for another 22, I'll get you into a mediumship. I'll get you into a mediumship if you guys would like. If you want to sign up for the other 22, that evens out the price, and I will absolutely get you in for a mediumship if that's what you'd like to do. You just run and grab it, girl. Don't worry, I got you. With that being said, I need a little bit of water and we can keep on trucking through. Okay, Sarah. Johnny. But I called him Michael. Okay, that's a weird name to just give somebody, but that's cool. Hold on. Okay. Sarah. Sarah talking to Michael here. Woo! He filled that up quick, didn't he? Hello, Jay Fizzle. Okay, so Sarah talking to Michael. Here's some things he says. He says he passes before his time. He tells me he passed really suddenly and unexpectedly. He goes, and then he talks about the last few minutes of his passing, and it looks like this. It's sunshiny, and then it feels like something goes all the way through him, and then he goes, sorry, he has horrible handwriting. He goes, I kind of felt it go all the way through my body, like a surge, or just all the way through my body, then nothing. That's what I felt, Kato. I felt the sensation of going, oh shit, and then nothing. By the time I was tuned in to the oh shit, you know how you have to go to an internal place to like feel that depth? He goes, by the time I went to the internal place, there was nothing. So that's what the experience, the sensational experience was. Okay, he said that toward the end it felt like between, I don't know why I'm saying this, between realization of what was happening and the final moment, it goes 3, 2, 1. So I don't know if that's a countdown or if that's a moment of like, oh God, this is the end. Oh crap. And then you watch it go out. I don't see a lot of pain. I don't think there's physical registration of pain. You feel what's happening to your body. You see it coming seconds before it ends up happening. He said, I had awareness, but it happened in a tragic way and very quickly. He also says you didn't get a chance to say goodbye, and you may have found out maybe via a phone call or somebody telling you, and I literally get this, oh, I got shivers all down my body. And he says, disbelief, like we didn't believe it, or it's like what do you mean, or I just saw him, or this is a guaranteed cue, but we are almost done for the day, so I appreciate you wanting to be here and be a part of it. That's for sure. She said he had awareness, but only in the last few seconds. It happened really tragically, very quickly. You didn't get a chance to say goodbye. There wasn't a lot of warning time. Honestly, I can't tell if it was on purpose or not. It almost seems like we don't know. We don't even understand. Excuse me. Woo! We don't even understand. Like, by the time we can reassess what's really happening, it's already over. So there's awareness, but here's another analogy, like, oh, a giant, huge, life-size knife. Why is it, oh, it just went right through me. What the fuck? So it's like, by the time you were like, hey, look at that, what happened? And she goes, he passed quick, I think. What did he pass from? It seems situational, caused by an environmental thing. It went all the way through, then nothing. 3, 2, 1. Suddenly, tragically, he had awareness, but it came over him. He overdosed. Oh my gosh, he ended up, oh, he goes, it was contained into an environmental thing. He knew exactly what was going on. Okay, he just had this was timing. Remember when I said, it was a couple readings back, whoever we were talking to, the one that was driving too fast. And I was like, when it's timed, that's the second time this has happened today. I love how many readings we've done today because it has shown some sensory things that's very similar. Remember when I was like, this reading, oh, I'm never going to find it. Okay, it's right here. It was Allie's reading. And then he goes, I was going about my business. And then it's kind of like lights out. What are you doing here? You know, when you can be tuned in so centrally and then you see people on the other side, okay? So he was so tuned in. I was going all the way, and then all of a sudden I felt it happening to my body. What do you mean it's slicing me in half? Oh, hey, we're in this cycle. And what happened to this guy? He was, wait. Yeah, he's the one that got really high, and then the tree branches broke around him, and he came crashing down. And then this one is the one where he's like super in that moment, in that same situation he's always been up to, and then he kind of feels it going right through him, and then sensationally he's like 3, 2, 1, which means he did it again, did it again, did it again. He had awareness. He may have been high during this, but this all happened very tragically. It was contained within his environment, which tells me Michael's okay. He's at peace on the other side. Hello, Jessica. Are you going to my show in Duluth? You live around that area, aren't you? Don't you? And so he talks about this being something he's done for a very long time. Honestly, if you would have asked him in the moment, he would say, I've got a hold of this. And even as, like, I have a hold of this situation. Don't worry about me. And then he also talks about when we get the call, because, you know, he probably passes at home or with somebody's doing. He passes in a very comfortable environment, he tells me. And then he also tells me that we get the phone call, no way, thought he was clean, thought that this wasn't something we were going to have to go through. What do you mean? Are you sure? I thought he was done with that, okay? And so he talks about it being a repeating cycle and eventually him just walking right into it. I would not say that this was intentional or this was a purposeful way to end our own life. I think that we do it for the millionth time and then we get so locked within ourselves and we acknowledge that it's happening and then poof, gone. He passed in our house in the bathroom, and his dad found him. So is this your brother or something? Why is so many people's brothers coming in? So he passed in our house, and his dad found him. And the way we found out, not feeling like we got a chance to say goodbye, and him being in a contained environment, and him telling me that he's in a very comfortable place. He's at home or in a very comfortable place. It was contained. He passed in our house in the bathroom, and his dad found him. Oh my goodness. This is a stepson for you. And so he's talking about something he had done for a while, a cycle that had really been set into place, something that he never intentionally would have done, like take himself out. It absolutely was not that. He was going through the sensations. He had an awareness. He felt it working on his body, and he passed in a tragic way. He wants to apologize for you know, I think he tells me, he goes, we thought it was less than that. So we didn't think it was such a problem, or he got really good at hiding things. He tells me it had just happened. We were sleeping and we woke up to that. And then he has his eye closed and he goes, 3, 2, 1. And I'm sure that even especially the dad, maybe even you, are potentially even like, we could have seen the signs, we should have known. No, it's intentionally being kept from you. There's nothing that we could have done. He had awareness, but it's a tragic thing that ended up happening, and he even says it 2 times. Suddenly, unexpectedly, and that's where the tragedy comes in, okay? We had awareness he was doing it, but sounds like you guys are already putting in a lot of effort. Sounds like there's already times where he's clean. Sounds like there's already a reason for him to have to hide it because he knows. So, listen, you, Dad, well, you can't take responsibility for this. He takes responsibility for this, and he's just a baby. So, another thing with that, he's at peace, he's transitioned, he's okay. He was a baby with a problem, and a baby with a problem that starts, a problem like that started even babyer. Started like 14, 15, you know? So he is not, like, that's not even adulthood before you're under that human blanket of drugs. So there's no karmic withholding or level of not transitioning for this guy. Absolutely okay. Visits you in dreams, messes with electronics. I feel like he may have even had like a close call a previous time before, to be honest. You might be there, Jessica, if you need any help with tickets, or let's say you buy tickets, I'll give you a +1. Let's say you buy 1 ticket, I'll give you a +1 free. I would love to have you. I've got a couple of handful of tickets to hand out to people that I love personally. So if you want to get one, I'll give you a +1 absolutely free. If that pushes you to go, I would absolutely love to see you, get a picture with you, you know, for old time's sake. Love it. Love it. All right, Miss Sarah. And then we have our final reading of the day, which is going to be a mediumship reading for Miss Stacy. Thank you, everybody, for making such beautiful use of my time and coming on in here today and getting a reading. If you got a reading today, if you got a mediumship, even if you got a freebie, you will have your information put onto a parchment paper. The date is Friday, September 5th. I'll be in Duluth all day. It's almost a year in October. Okay, great. And for him to, you are so very welcome, Stacy. And thank you for hanging with me as well. You've seen how long I've been on. You're like, holy crap, how long have you been here, Kato? Well, you said 2:18. Yeah, you've been here for at least an hour. Woo! Thank you for hanging in there. I didn't even realize the list was that long. I just know I was going for it. So the date again is Friday, September 5th for me to be in Minnesota. So it's like 2 weeks out. If you want to get a ticket, I'll give you a +1 for free. Anyone else in Minnesota, if you're seeing me right now, you can send me a message. Just show me the confirmation that you at least bought 1 ticket. I'll match your ticket. I have like 10, 15 to play with, okay? So if you buy 2 tickets, I'll give you 2 tickets. You buy 1, get 1 if you're seeing me right now, but you got to buy your ticket and then send me a screenshot of your ticket, and I will write on my end, because I'm the queen and in control of the whole entire thing, believe it or not. I will go ahead and put a +1 by your name and get you 2 tickets. So if you guys get tickets to my Kate of the Medium show, September 5th in Duluth, Minnesota, and you're watching me right now, like Jessica, she's my girl, so hopefully you're there. You buy a ticket, I'll give you a ticket for free. I ain't messed up about it, but I only got 15 of those to hand out. That's total. That's my people plus y'all, okay? So buy a ticket, send me a screenshot today or tomorrow, and I will double your tickets, just let you know. So buy 1, get 1, buy 2, get 2, all right? Okay, cool beans. Sarah, what is, or wait, not Sarah, excuse me, Stacy, what is the first name of your loved one who is no longer here in the physical world that you would like to talk to today? Of course I had to look for the date. I've already done like a million of these today, and I still looked for the date. Ah! But that's all right. And you guys, just so you know, I do have one private reading spot available. It'll show a couple, but there's actually only one spot. Just whatever spot gets booked, it just shows you the time slot availabilities. But if you guys want a private session, I have availability for one more tomorrow. So if I'm not here, it's because somebody booked that session. But if I am here, that means that session remained open, and I will make myself available to you guys. So if I'm not here, my private reading got booked. If I am here, my private reading did not get booked. So if you would like that one reading, you can choose whatever time slot's available for you, but I have one reading. Yes, I don't charge by time. I charge by quantity. I'm not charge. I don't limit by time. I limit by quantity, which respects spirit in my own way, doesn't deplete my energy. So if you guys would like my private reading I have available for tomorrow, you can sign up, choose your time, and I will see you tomorrow. If nobody signs up, I will see you here on all of my streaming platforms. Yay! All right, cool beans. So Stacy wants to talk to Robert or Bob. He likes Bob better, and then he likes Bob better. Let me go ahead and re-say that so that way I can get that on the recording. He also says thank you. I feel like he passes from something of the upper chest, something medical probably, and then there's probably some sort of like decline here medically, because he says thank you for all you, this could be a honey, and that's why he's saying that for you, like a sweetie pie, but he is showing me a strong, stable, masculine energy. Love it. Telling me we may have like button-ups or like shirts in honor of his memory since he ended up passing. We have this of his and this of his in a small shrine, a little bit of ashes. Beautiful. Love it. He tells me he passes in a medical way. He says thank you. Oh, Stacy, beautiful. Like a father figure for you. He tells me he passed in a medical way. He says thank you. He says it was probably multiple medical things, something that you're not bigger than, which is like, a cancer thing. Like you can have a heart attack, recoup. You can have stage 1, live a while, but it seems like multiple medical things ultimately. And then he says thank you. So maybe it was you, but I feel like you contributed either to taking care of him at the end. I'm asking him about his celebration of life, and he says we kept it very, very simple because he's a hard guy to lose, and he's real stubborn, so he wouldn't have been able to make it up himself and blah blah. And I started hearing it from him. Okay, love it. He goes, other than the kids, the only thing I miss from the physical world is bread. I liked bread and pizza and just carbohydrates. And I'm like, listen, that's what I'd be missing too if I left the physical world. I'd want a lemon meringue, something, I would just need it. But anywho, I don't know why I'm talking about food with him. Must have been a foodie. That's fine. Typical boy. Anyways, so this is your father for you. How did he end up passing? And did you take care of him toward the end? He tells me he was very comfortable and he passed at home or in a home-like setting, or he was at least at home, and he was at least in a comfortable place until he couldn't be. So I don't think we had that much of a warning. I think we know something medical's going on, but we don't know exactly when he's going to die. But also I see you being the type of daughter, Stacy, where you would like have a two-way talking camera in his living room so you could like pop in and visit and make sure he was fine every day. So let me know a little bit about your daddy-o here. He said that you guys have very similar personalities. He goes, that can make it hard to hear me because when you pick up, obviously you're a dude. He's not who cares whose gender's what, but y'all have opposite genders, okay? So the tone of voice can be a little different. However, when it comes to energy, you guys are very navigational. Your inner voice tells you essentially the same things in the same way. You have the same inner processing. So it can be hard when you're picking up the phone to tell differences between who's who. And when it comes to your inner navigation, he can be a guardian angel talking to you every day. And you can sit there frustrated because you can't hear him because y'all are bitching and bantering on the inside in the same way. So he goes, don't think that you don't see me because if you listen, it's me popping into the back of your mind. Oh, hey, Dad, what's up? What's up? It's like you doing something in an office and then someone crosses the back of your mind. You're like, hey, I can't really talk because I'm working, but I love ya. That's your relationship with Dad. That's you and Dad. For him being a primary guardian angel. He's a secondary guardian angel. You got this old lady that like sitting down. So it's like old lady that has a hard time walking toward the end, declines medically for a few months, looks like cancer or something, but she's old, so it's fine. So that's who you have as primary guardian angel, but then you do have this dad figure. So how did dad end up passing? And what resonates? Sorry, I gave you 700 miles of material to work with. But you waited so long. His message was like, and then, you know, it happens. It happens. So yeah, so as I'm talking to Dad, he shows me the basement steps thing, which tells me he deteriorates over time, but then he also like massages his feet. So I don't know if he had a hard time standing, hard time walking around. Right there at the end. Yeah. Stacy says, love that. I know, we're doing lots of facts, lots of processing, but would love to know how that actually went for you, actually. Boop. He had a bad time standing, and his foot looked awful. Okay, so right there at the end, he came in with that foot information. He had a hard time standing up. What was the medical thing? What was the medical decline? Hi, Tia, is that it? Bad time standing. His foot looked awful. He talks about it being more than one medical thing, like not even being able to catch up. Lindsay, thank you so much for liking the live. I appreciate all those likes, all those taps while I'm here. We've had so many people on today. What an incredible day it's been here on this channel. We've literally been here for 4 hours. I've been live streaming for 3 hours and 38 minutes. Oh, wow. 3 hours? You have great energy. Thanks, I have ADHD. It's actually a hyperactive disorder. But it keeps me doing things like this for like 4 hours. While we go ahead and get Stacy's feedback on Dad here. Hey, Stacy, oh yeah, I already said that. Do you have his ashes? He keeps talking about you have his ashes, or like you made a shrine for him, or like, you know, he talks about your ashes. I was going to say, did I say that already? But it's right here. But it's right there communicating about those ashes. Everywhere. She has all of it. Hopefully we didn't spill them, but yes, we have a lot of his things everywhere. So you're keeping his memory alive. Did you take care of him toward the end? Because he says thank you. He says thank you like you might have. That's for sure. Jewel, thank you so much for following me. I appreciate you being here. Sherry, you're going to lose your subscription soon, but no worries. Stacy said, not her, not sure how else to say it. He keeps blocking me. First of all, he grounded. Was it cancer? He keeps blocking you. Give me a letter. Sat in the hospital with him and took care of his home after. Okay, so he did pass a medical thing. He talks about his home. He talks about being comfortable. He talks about the situation right here. Okay, so you were in the hospital while he was declining. Oh, you're so very welcome, Cassidy. So you're in the hospital with him. No, TikTok is blocking you. Okay, cool. Sorry, you're ungrounded, sir. Anywho, so TikTok is blocking her. Basically, they sat in the hospital together. She helped take care of his home and maintain his life, especially toward the end, which is beautiful. He says thank you. Multiple medical things. Obviously, he had the bad feet, and then it seemed like the multiple medical things just overwhelmed his body, and then he ended up passing of like a heart attack, or, you know, body gets overstimulated, or basically body gives out, whether it's this turns into sepsis, whether it's all that turns into your heart is done, it's having a heart attack type of thing, but he's talking about all these medical things. He knows how much you did for him. I'm also going to reground him because he told me it's him on TikTok. It's him filtering you, but that's fine, whatever. We let dads do what they want. Dads are built to just mess with you. Is he taking any responsibility for his passing? Tell me. You're going to have to get it through the comments how he ends up passing. I hear stubborn, and I hear negligence, and I hear Like, we're gonna just stop taking our medication, we're gonna stop acknowledging the problem, and we're gonna slow it all down. So he also gives me an example. You go into his house and you say, okay, I'll take care of your house while I'm gone. When were you going to tell me the cat was just shitting in the tub because you didn't change his litter ban for like 40 blah 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 blah? So it seems like there's a lot to unpack. You know, but abused substances. He'd taken a responsibility, but he abused substance. Okay, for that wearing down his body and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that kind of makes me feel like there's more behind closed doors. Well, I didn't know you were doing the drugs. Well, I didn't know you stopped cleaning the house. Well, I didn't know you've been needing this care for so long. He talks about not seeing it. He talks about negligence, how we're not going to pay any attention to it or get it taken care of. Yeah, because if we go to the doctor for this, they might tell us we're on substances and blah, blah, blah. But he goes, but how do you think it was the substances? So he makes me think, and so is this an excuse? Is this an addictive behavior? I'm suspicious now, but I'm an addiction counselor, and that's also my job to catch these things, okay? And he talks about we knew, and he was honest. It just seems like when I go to his house, I'm like, wow, I didn't know the extent. By the time you appear to the medical bullshit, wow, we didn't know how long, maybe we should have come to the doctor and blah, 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 blah. So he talks about negligence and not seeing it, and just basically all being contributed to a stubborn personality. If he had been on these substances forever, I'm sure it could have led to it, but he could have been an alcoholic his whole entire life, and then his foot, then the medical thing, and then his whole body's like, you know what, fuck it. If he didn't do the substances, would he have lived longer? I don't know. His body kind of knows how to function off of it. So is he taking responsibility? I think he's a stubborn man that's going to die how he wants and eat the food he wants. And if he's fat, he's going to die fat and happy. And if he's going to be here, he's going to be happy doing it. You know? So if he wants to smoke his weed and do his blah, 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 you know, or sorry, I'm not trying to say a bunch of stuff on blah, blah, blah. But if that's what someone chooses to do, his personal opinion is, because that was quote in his words, if I want to do my blah, 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 I want to be fat and happy, I'll be fat and happy, you know? And so is he taking responsibility? Going out not intentionally, but like let's say you have cancer and you do nothing about it, eventually it's going to take you. So there wasn't a want to fix it to live longer. It was I want to live my life to the quality that I want to live my life, and access granted. You know, so does he take responsibility? Is he responsible? Well, fucking kinda, yeah. You're responsible to maintain your own vehicle so it doesn't break down on the side of the road. Is he gonna? No. You know? So it's like a yes but no, but not real sad type of thing. All right, Stacy, thank you so much for letting me channel your dad. I may have taken 12 minutes of your time, but hey, you waited so long. Got to get all those details wrung out like a pretty little washcloth. All right, guys, love you. Just remember, I have a private reading, just one. It's going to show lots of times available, but I do not book on times. I book on quantities. I only allow so many private readings per week to keep them absolutely exclusive. Exclusive, sorry. But I do guarantee my readings. They are absolutely recorded. They are whatever time frame you would like. That's what I have available. And I have one more available. So once it's booked, there will be no more available for tomorrow. And you guys will have to go into next week for the booking as well. But if you would like to go to katothemedium.com, listen, you can use code SUMMEREND for 10% off. Summer End, all caps, Summer End, 10% off. Go to katothemedium.com, all right? katothemedium.com. Link is here in my bio, and you can go to katothemedium.com. You can hit book now, and right when you hit book now, you'll see mediumship readings, psychic readings. There is the phone call, but there's no time on that phone call. I have not opened the lines again yet, but you hit this purple book now button right by the butterfly and the crystal ball, and then you'll see my mediumship readings. Check out my prices. You'll see my psychic readings. Check out my prices. One of you guys can book for tomorrow if you'd like, and if nobody books for tomorrow, I'll just come back here and give you all my time, because I know you love the shit out of me, and it makes me feel so good. You are so very welcome, Stacy. I hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon. I can't believe we did over 4 hours of streaming today. That's pretty darn incredible. But I love each and every one of you guys. Catch me tomorrow.